All right, boom. Zayne time. Just done, and then we back. Let's go. W outro. I don't feel like doing an outro. Let's go. This is going to be one video. From the beginning to the end. This is going to be like 4 hours long. Others claim Earth is on the verge of collapse, all tectonic plates will shatter, and thus human civilization will end. Yet among all these discussions about the end of the world, Earth's collapse and civilization's downfall, what actually descends upon Lincoln City is a silent snowfall that transforms the city into a pure white expanse overnight. Yeah, none of the newest chapters had even splits. If it's 4 chapters, why don't they make it 2 and 2? That doesn't make any sense. I guess, realistically, they're writing what they want to write, so they're not, like, gonna stop writing the story if they run out of space, but, like, why don't they... I don't know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. Backtrackers, Lemuria, everything is starting to make sense now. So makes no... It's like, what are we doing? It is what it is. But what about the life on a higher plane of existence, the emissary of the divine?
Long time no see. Back from your leave already? Captain Jenna said you had some
girl
personal
math,
matters
I guess.
to take care of. Is everything okay?
For my administrative leave, only Jenna knew about my visit to the ruins of the Gaia Research Center in the N109 zone. After hesitating for a moment, I shake my head and smoothly change the subject. I'm fine, you could say I went back home. By the way, have you heard of the term Emissary of the Divine before? It's supposedly connected to civilizations on a higher plane of existence. I'm interested to see the whole library stuff with Zayne some more. Among all the rampant doomsday theories, the concept of being watched by civilizations with higher dimensional beings is actually the easiest to understand. Terra 6
It can mean
Li.
a messenger who can communicate with godlike entities.
Actually, no, we can't do that.
Even if they do
After what
exist,
happened 2 weeks
finding
ago,
someone like that would be harder than finding aliens.
I'm sure that would also get outrage. Even if they do exist, finding someone like that would be harder than... Okay, he said that. Oopsies. Sorry. The sound of typing behind me suddenly stops. When I raise my head, I see Nero has come over to join the discussion.
And if those higher dimensional life forms aren't saying anything, well, even an emissary might not know they're one.
Okay.
I've also heard that the next mass extinction might be just around the corner.
Oh, God. Nero silently rubs the area between his eyebrows. He's unconvinced.
Isn't that just propaganda spread by prototists to push for the development of protocore technology?
Not necessarily. In this vast, endless universe, who knows how many civilizations are locked in battle?
Bro, I would love if the whole main story was just everybody I didn't have to read shit. I just want to sit here and listen.
Our Earth might be the only surviving blue dot
On my
among
cocoa
them
melon
all.
shit right now. Amidst the ongoing discussion, my thoughts begin to wander. That's what I'm saying. Maybe Ever thinks our civilization is already approaching the limits of biological evolution. I need to drink some water, it's true. Ah! Pursuing the transcendence of evolution to counter this supposed crisis, that must be their true objective.
As a side note, there were strange omens before the 2034 Chrono Rift catastrophe. A polar night was present for 3 consecutive days.
The polar night? The pole all night? Dude, shout out. Shout out getting that pole all night. While conversing, everyone unconsciously turns to look at the heavy snow outside. It falls as if descending from the cosmos itself.
Regardless of whether Earth falls apart or the world ends, as long as the subway runs and wanderers exist. We need to fulfill our duties as hunters and protect this city.
Okay. Especially in the tender moments because they advertise that you can listen to them. That's true. Yeah, the only reason I wish, like, reading is fine, realistically. It's not that big of a deal. But, like, I just think that I'd get a lot more emotion if lines were read to me. I just think stuff would hit more emotionally, personally. Okay, so I think we're almost done then. at least with this chapter. It's 5 p.m. and the lecture titled Life's Boundaries is underway in Lincoln University's largest lecture hall. Aside from medical students, students from other departments have taken a seat to listen. In the packed lecture hall, the speaker stands. His back faces a projection of a beating heart model, and his authoritative voice is steady.
Life itself is not endless.
There he is, Zayne. What is up, gang?
Life and death, health and illness. These seemingly opposing concepts maintain the balance of life itself.
Doctor. I had an apple earlier. Keep the doctor away, but that shit ain't enough. The doctor is still here. Okay? An inquisitive student raises her hand.
With today's medical technology, we can potentially do gene editing, cellular regeneration, and even human modification. If immortality becomes achievable, why should we still accept death as the end of life?
If we set aside morals and ethics, these technologies could make immortality possible. But this also means that our goal in the medical field has shifted from conquering disease to conquering death itself.
Okay. Zayne's gaze sweeps across every face in the room, his tone remaining calm as usual.
To conquer disease is to extend life, but to conquer death is to control it. Can we still call ourselves humans after being modified and losing human characteristics? How do we even define human existence?
Hushed discussions fill the lecture hall. Zayne looks toward the back as someone quietly opens the door. A familiar figure appears. She quickly slips into the back row, her coat leaving a trail of melted snow on the floor. Who quickly shifts his gaze and continues with his previous point.
Life can be extended, but the cycle of life and death should not be controlled.
After the lecture ends, Zayne is completely surrounded by eager students. I sit in the back row and wait as students file out behind me.
Did you see the news? How could they accuse Dr. Zayne of disregarding human life and abandoning his patients? They're saying he has no ethics.
Interesting.
It all started when some government official's kid got diagnosed with protocore syndrome. They tried to use their family connections to pressure Dr. Zayne into prioritizing their surgery. But he refused and went to treat another patient who needed more urgent treatment.
W!
Oh. So that's why they're spreading all those nasty rumors about Dr. Zayne
Schmear
online.
campaign, bro.
What a piece of work.
They're doing the Pedro Pascal anxiety campaign on my boy Zayne. What are we doing? What? Excuse me? As the students' conversation fades into the distance, I stop eavesdropping and nod in quiet agreement. Does everybody remember that? When there was like a smear, whatever. I say schmear like it's fucking cream cheese on a bagel. You guys remember that shit, bro? That was crazy. People are making AI videos of Pedro Pascal touching other like co-stars. Like there was obviously real videos of him like doing it, but like the people then like took. I was like, what the fuck's happening? The random ass shit. Spotting a few reporters approaching the lecture hall, I catch Zayne's eye and wave. I silently mouth a sentence. Schmear is such an East Coast way of saying that. It's smear. I say schmear like cream cheese on a bagel, bro. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. Come here, Dr. Zayne. Zayne glances in my direction, nods, and makes his way through the crowd of students.
That will be
Schmear
all
sounds
for
better.
today.
It does. Yeah.
Someone is waiting for me.
All because he shows up in a lot of, yeah. People are weird. After helping Zayne dodge the reporters, we leave the university and stroll through the snow-covered streets bathed in evening's golden light. You're good at making complex topics clear and accessible, Dr. Zayne. If I were a few years younger, I'd sneak into your lectures every day.
Really? What was the second key point from the third section?
Oh, well, I'm gonna smear myself. Okay, that's crazy. What the fuck? Faced with Zayne's knowing smile, I sigh and turn to walk to the opposite direction.
Where are you going?
I need to find a time machine so I can hear your brilliant lecture from start to finish. 3, 2, before I can finish my silent countdown, he grabs my hand.
Come back.
I'd let him bro. What?
I only saw you arrive near the end of the lecture. The time machine must have not been invented yet.
Coffee in hand, I sit down on a roadside bench as Zayne hands me a weathered envelope.
Here's the information you requested.
Okay. The wax seal on the envelope is still intact. The documents themselves have small creases. Exchanging documents while sitting on a bench? We're like those secret agents trying to save the world in the 008 movies.
Given what you've asked me
Copyright.
to investigate, it
You
is
let
certainly a
RAFAYEL.
secret that concerns the fate of the world.
I vaguely remember Zayne mentioning Dr. Noah's Arctic expedition research, which might be connected. The cryptic patterns etched into the key seem to point towards the traces of a primordial civilization.
14 years ago, a research team ventured into the Arctic to study life's boundaries. They made an unexpected discovery in an ice cave.
Okay.
According to the surviving documents, the pictographs they recorded in the ice cave bear a striking resemblance to the patterns on the biometric key.
Alright.
Some members of the expedition team mysteriously disappeared. Others joined the Unicorn research team. Dr. Noah has a photocopy of the expedition journal. It's incomplete, but he hopes it can help you.
Signals from deep space, the ether core of the key, the clues form an intricate web in the darkness. It stretches across the boundaries of time and space. Almost unnoticeable, each strand is being woven into place. They're waiting for that singular moment when everything is taut. Please thank Dr. Noah for me. How is he doing? What about Pi and the others?
He and the animals are doing well. You remembered to ask about the animals, but have you forgotten something?
Oh? Huh? It dawns on me. Do you need special attention too?
Do I look invincible to you?
Thinking about how rare our meetings and calls have been lately, I feel a twinge of guilt. So how has Zayne been lately? Have you been sleeping well? Do you still have nightmares?
I'm doing well.
Okay. For some reason, my words elicit a soft chuckle from Zayne.
You've already made time to pick me up after class. And since I'm on my way to work, why don't you walk with me? You can do it as you head back to the Hunters Association.
I feel like I'm disassociating as I read this. Not gonna lie. Traffic is at a standstill during the evening rush hour. Fortunately, Axel Hospital and the association are within walking distance, so we decided to continue on foot. Snowflakes dance through the streets as the intersection's traffic light turns out red. The flow of vehicles stops. Pedestrians pause on the sidewalk, their heads tilted upward as they wait. They watch the massive holographic display flicker above the intersection.
Ever has officially launched the Fountain of Atay initiative.
I don't blame you, the beginning part's kind of boring. As, you know, introduction.
In addition, we urge all citizens to stay safe while traveling. If there's an emergency, please seek immediate assistance from the evil police or Deepspace hunters.
Something happened at Azure Square in Imperial
I did too. I did
Wing
these
Park.
first few ones and left the story unread
They're
for a
saying
while.
the
When I came back
Alterum
and redid, I got to a
appeared or
certain
something.
point, and then I couldn't stop. I was locked in. Gotcha. Yeah.
No wonder the news
You know.
keeps telling us to be careful.
That's how it is. That's okay.
Having wanderers around was bad enough. Now we have to deal with the Alterum too. With one disaster
set up,
after
yeah.
another in this godforsaken world, maybe it should just end already.
I can't help but stifle a laugh as the light turns green. Traffic and pedestrians start moving again.
And for our final
It is an
story,
Otome game at the end of the
medical
day.
controversy surrounding
So it's,
Protocourse
you know,
syndrome has drawn
it can't not have the fluff. Because then it's just an action visual novel. That would be cool though, but, you know, that's not what it is. Our doctors healing or killing in the future of Protocourse syndrome. These sensational headlines drift past my ears in quick succession. Despite being at the center of the media storm, Zayne doesn't even glance at the screen. The news keeps using the same stone-faced picture of you from Axel Hospital's website. It's basically the decades old at this point.
What? Are you tired of looking at it?
I was just thinking, if Dr. Zayne had smiled even one pixel's worth on that photo, then maybe these rumors would have gotten that far. Zayne tilts his head as if he's playing along. He shows the tiniest hint of a smile. But no matter what challenges or criticism you face, nothing seems to shake your decisions or judgment.
What about you? Although you're not saying anything, I can tell something is on your mind.
I'm ready for Dawnbreaker. Wait, is that like the... What is that? Isn't that his myth? Wait, no. Is that a chapter?
If it's a long story, well,
Chapter 3?
this path might be short, but we can always turn around and walk some more.
Nothing ever escapes his notice, huh? After hesitating for a moment, I tell him about what happened to me in the N109 zone. A world underneath? Oh. Gotcha. You'll learn, okay.
Those monsters and that cosmic void in the sky, it's all because of you. You are this world's calamity. We should have destroyed you years ago.
Hello, Melly. How you doing? The Gaia Research Center, the Unicorn Laboratory, the Collision Chamber, and the Spatium Core I absorbed into my body. A man's final moments, filled with resentment and rage, remain vivid in my mind. I'm constantly reminded of one thing. I don't belong in the world that I thought I knew so well.
So what you're saying is that they almost put you down in the N109 zone.
You didn't have to phrase it like that. Like Old Yeller? What? Yeah, they almost brought you out to the back with a shotgun in the back of the barn. Bro. God, I was a kid. Chill on that. Okay. Zayne's lips curve into a slight smile as he tucks my cold fingers into his coat pocket. I'm walking down this path now. It's strangely surreal.
Are you more lost now? Or more certain?
You think she told him about Silas? Probably not. Yeah, I wonder, like, why would she not be like, hey, Zayne, like, I'm chill, though. This big, burly man saved me. You know? I know it will never happen, but, like, surely we get, like, an Avengers team up with all the LIs one day. Like, come on. We don't get, like, on some Avengers shit where MC's, like, in the middle and they all, like, stand in a different corner defending her or something. Like, that's gotta happen. If the world's gonna end or the planet's gonna get blown up or something, like, they have to be conscious of what's going on. I'm more certain, at least now I know who I am and why Ever wants to use me. From now on, I'll have a better idea what I'm hoping to achieve in my search for the Ether Core.
Yes, I believe you.
What if I end up destroying the world one day?
Give me a heads up before you do. I'll make sure to use up all my vacation days first.
Nice. Not having the allies interact. Yeah, I get why they don't have them interact so that, like... Well, actually, I don't get it. Because, like, if someone only likes one character, for example, right? Then... Well, I guess because MC's, you know... MC is the player, and the player gets to choose who they like. So... If they interact, then, like... I don't know, actually. I don't really know. Maybe they just haven't done it yet. Because, like... You know, if they all interacted at first, then it would be kind of pointless, but they got to build the individual relationships first. But, like, you can only do that for so long, no? Like, depending on how fast main story updates are, it's like you can only do the same, like, MC is with the LI, and they fight a bad guy, and the bad guy wants to use her for her protocore, and they kill the guy, or they run away, and then... At the end of they're like, oh, you saved us, or I saved you, and we're okay, and then it happens again. Like, you can only do that so many times until it gets boring, right? Like, you can only rehash and reword and you know. So, like, even after Death and Rebirth and after the RAFAYEL and XAVIER stuff, like, I haven't finished this, nor have I done the other two. So I could be totally wrong here, but, like... Who knows what they'll have to do next? They can't. I at least maybe I'll have a different change of mind once I play them fully. But like, they have to change it up and do something that isn't just like MC trying to be used and then they say like she gets saved. You know. I could be wrong. I don't know. Just like any normal story in a game, but it might just be different because it's a Otome game. So maybe you know. Maybe it's going to go a different way. I'm not sure. Like, the story involves all of them, so you have to let all players have the interactions they would like. Yeah. Where your relationship doesn't have a direct impact on the main story. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me one way or another, but it's interesting. It's just, I think it more so corners them as writers into a spot where you can only do so much with like 2 characters, or even like they have other characters, but with MC and the LIs and then other side characters, like you can only do the same thing so many times, and have it coexist in a world with 4 other branching stories, 5 other branching stories, whatever, 6. It will just get boring. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm sure they know what they're doing. Which is also probably why they do story updates so slowly. Because if they did them quickly, then they would get screwed. Maybe, I don't know. After we cross the street, we'll return to our work and face the challenges that life has in store for us. A wave of sadness washes over me because we have to say goodbye already. I force myself to smile. Let's do our best, Zayne.
Wait.
Oh. Just as I take my hand away from his, he catches it again, then he pulls me closer, and I'm almost completely enveloped in his coat. Looking down, I notice he's carrying his laptop bag in a simple, understated gift bag. He takes out a scarf from it. The soft fabric gives off a gentle, warm glow under the streetlight. Today's not even a holiday. Why do you have a gift for me?
I didn't have a good excuse. But after hearing about your rather fascinating origin story...
He slightly leans down and carefully wraps the scarf around my shoulders.
Let's call it a celebration of your arrival in this world.
Okay. I bet they'll meet eventually. They'll have to meet them. Yeah, I think that you kind of have to. You don't have to, but like... Yeah, I know what you mean. Did you find the time in your busy schedule to knit this scarf, Dr. Zayne?
I picked it out.
Oh.
Is it not sincere?
Yes. He raises his hand to smooth my disheveled hair. The snowflakes that landed on his forehead slowly melt away.
Whether it's ever or something else, the path you've chosen will be full of challenges.
Infield has them meet in MLQC.
You'll encounter many people with ill intentions.
Is that the game before Love and Deep Space?
But more importantly, you must be confident about your own choices.
Yeah. Does it have the same characters, or is it different characters?
There are certain things.
It's in the same world? Oh, gotcha. Different character, gotcha. Different type of... Interesting. In the vast expanse of snow, neither of us take a step forward. Then my first correct choice for today must have been seeing you.
Thank you for choosing me.
Okay. So if they meet in the previous game, or like those characters do, then I guess they'll do it again. How long did that game last? Like, do you guys know? Because you could probably look at that game's like updating schedule or something. I'm sure it wasn't as long as this, because, you know, this is super popular, at least overseas. But that could maybe give a hint of like how they do things. It's still going? Oh, interesting. It's been going for like 8 years. Damn. It's crazy. With 10 seconds left on the green light, he waves goodbye with his back turned before walking into the snowy, dusky blue twilight. I watch his figure disappear into the distance before tightening my grip on the documents that stick out like a sore thumb. Looking around the bustling intersection, I'm surrounded by a constant flood of noise and information. It seems every sound and flash of a screen pushes people toward their next split-second decision. With this key, I might finally unlock the secrets from 14 years ago. They all involve the Ether Core, or rather my own secret. I take a deep breath and turn towards the street that will lead me to the association. Alright. The games are all long-term. Love Nikki's 10 years. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. It makes them money. Yeah. Well, hopefully this game can be interesting for that long. We'll see, man. I don't think any game live Surface has held me for more than like 2 years, so it's hard. It's just like Fortnite's maybe the one of the few, but that's a totally different situation, you know. Yeah. I don't even play this game that much anymore, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's really just for the new updates. Like, after the main story, like I just realistically don't see myself playing it that much, other than new banners, which sucks. But like, there's just nothing else to do. Heavy snow falls steadily as darkness settles earlier than usual. I guess you won't be there for the full. FF14 I will. FF14 is different because that's like big updates every X amount of time. I don't play that constantly, but it's the same thing with this game, right? Or Destiny or Fortnite or Call of Duty. It's like you play it for like a month or 2 months or a couple weeks or whatever time period, then you stop, then you come back for updates. That's just how any live service game is going to do it. Like realistically, there's such a very small percentage of time or small percentage of people and gamers that will play a game for more than a year straight or 2 years straight. Like that's just like it. It's just like not possible. Like my FF14 is like one of my favorite games of all time. I played that for like a year nonstop, and then I basically stopped. You know, so it's like it's gonna happen with this. It happened with Fortnite. I played Fortnite almost every day exclusively with Call of Duty for like 2 to 3 years. You know, and then I stopped completely. Or then I stopped and I came back every once in a while. But like it's just how interests are. It's just life. But yeah, that you know, if you can play a game for like a year or more, like consistently, then shout out to the devs, man. Like people play Genshin still like all the time, which is crazy. Hell no. I played that game for like 2 months when it came out and I never went back. Did I do the new raids in 14? Yeah. They were good, man. They were mad good. Sitting tall in the heart of the city, Axo Hospital remains brightly lit as always.
Are doctors healing or killing? Exposing
Grayson.
the dark truth behind Axo Hospital's division
like
of
the
cardiac
one model
surgery?
who's like 3D model
What kind
random.
of ridiculous headlines are these?
Never played Genshin? You're not missing anything. Most gacha games are just pulling from other video games. Like, if you're playing a gacha game for the story, you're kind of just addicted to the gambling aspects. Like, there's much better stories out there in single-player games and multiplayer games that won't be sucking your money away, you know, because it's not good. Gacha games are it's just not good for you, like, mentally and financially.
Oh, please. Dr. Zayne has plenty of connections.
I play
He's
free
treated
ones,
everyone
yeah.
from the mayor to gang members.
The VA sounds familiar for this. Oh my god. You can do
Besides,
4-star anecdotes
Axo
in World
Hospital has
Underneath.
plenty of
Well, I've
friends
done
and
the
reputable
anecdotes
media outlets.
and World
If
Underneath
it
pretty
comes
much.
down
I've
to a
pretty much
media
done all
war,
of that.
No one can predict the winner.
Yvonne. Oh shit. The VA is good.
You don't appear to be very busy.
Hello, Zayne. Honestly, think the house update was created to offset how slowly the updates. Yeah, probably.
Grayson, contact Dr. Joel at Shansha Hospital and ask him to send over the files for those Protocore syndrome patients. We need to develop a new treatment plan for the patient with abnormal symptoms in bed number 12.
Think of all
They
light.
were transferred from the ER.
Got it. I'll contact him right away.
Interesting. Angel's Corner video reactions are worth it. I've watched some of her stuff. Yeah, Angel's got good stuff. We'll see. I'm not a big reactor on stream, though. Like, it's got to be something that, like, I don't know.
We might
play
see
games.
more cases with abnormal symptoms. With patients being frequently transferred from the ER, everyone needs to be on call.
You love my TikToks? Thank you. I'm glad you do. TikTok is such a weird platform, so I appreciate it. After methodically delegating the remaining tasks, the staff watches as Zayne disappears down the hallway.
Dr. Zayne's composure is something else. He's not that much older than us, too. How is there such a huge gap?
It's like the difference between gods and mortals. We can only admire him from afar.
God, the VA, this is the best non-main character voice actor in the game.
Come on, let's get back to work. The best way we can help Dr. Zayne is by doing our jobs well.
She sounds good. Yeah, you're a reactor with that throne of air. Oh, yeah. But you know what I mean. At 2:30 a.m., Zayne gets into his car after finishing his work. A notification pops up on his phone. The hospital director approved his application for the medical research progress. His phone rings. Zayne glances at the screen. It's Dr. Noah.
Zachary just called.
Dr.
He said
Noah.
you want to join the Fountain of Attain
What the
research
hell?
project?
Okay.
Yes.
Is it? Oh, dude, not gonna. I'm kind of bored. I kind of fuck, man. That's why I keep talking to chat between every line. I need to lock in. This isn't surprising to Zayne. He can already imagine the two Axel Hospital higher-ups discussing the matter.
Thank you for convincing the director, Dr. Noah.
I need to lock in.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
You decided to do this after returning from Mount Eternal?
Silence fills the air in response, but the answer is already clear.
You make decisions surprisingly fast whenever it involves that incident. I can't tell if the past is a chain that binds you, or a force that drives you.
Zayne lowers his gaze, his expression remaining perfectly unfazed, not a single hint of emotion appears.
Perhaps it's both.
You're still young. You're not alone in this world. Don't try to shoulder everything by yourself.
Before hanging up, Dr. Noah purposefully lets out another exaggerated sigh. Zayne lowers his phone, its light slowly becoming dim in the heavy darkness of the night.
With so many people behind me, I should be the one walking ahead, yes?
He's the old man from the north we saw in the main story. Gotcha. Yeah, I remember him. Okay. All right. At 3 in the morning, a lone car glides across the wet streets before coming to a stop in front of Maltosio? The store employee has just flipped the sign to close, but when they turn around, their final customer of the day greets them.
You're just in time, Dr. Zayne. 1 minute later, and we would have been closed.
I'm sorry for coming in so late. I'll have 1 sea salt chiffon cake and 1 dark chocolate hazelnut brownie.
Oh.
Both of them to go.
Okay, shit.
Yes. For the next month, could you please deliver 1 dessert each day to this address?
A whole month?
Cool. Hell yeah.
You can't do it?
We can. It's just that you've already reached our
Oh my
highest
god. Well, give me
tier for
another
reward points.
Give me another card.
We can't give you
Give me
anything
more
else
reward
right now.
points.
Are you going on another trip, Dr. Zayne?
Gotta go to bed. All right. Zayne nods.
Please deliver the new menu items when they become available. Thank you.
Don't worry. I wrote down the address. Let me just confirm the customer's name 1 more time. This is the young lady, right?
Yes. As he places the desserts on the passenger seat, he notices the snow has already accumulated. It's about 1 inch deep on the road. The car radio broadcasts tomorrow's weather report. Overcast skies with heavy snow again. Experts have yet to determine the cause of these unusual weather patterns. He's trying to fatten me up. Hey, man. You gotta eat to get a big butt, chat. If you're working out, you gotta eat food. Get those muscles. So, you know. Zayne lowers his head, opens his recent contacts, and carefully writes a message about his departure. As he imagines her reactions, he's embraced in a reverie, his features softening with a gentle tenderness. After sending the message, he opens the notes on his phone. The most recent entry was made at 4 a.m. the day before yesterday. First dream. Second dream, Mount Eternal. Mount Eternal William. Fourth dream, chocolate potted jasmine gravestone monster. 2 fragmented, I can't remember anything clearly. Ever since he returned from Chansha City, these nightmares have appeared more frequently. It's as if fate is sending him omens. Trying to ease the dull ache of fatigue, Zayne massages his temples. He turns off his phone, tosses it onto the seat, and grips the steering wheel. Zayne, remember? Yeah, I remember, yeah. The windshield wipers sweep away the snow, but the snowfall grows heavier by the minute. He can barely see less than 50 meters ahead. When Zayne finally makes out 2 white shapes as a mother and child stumbling along, his car is already dangerously close to them. He jerks the wheel violently to one side. Oh my god, there's a lot of weird words. He jerks the wheel violently. The taillights cut arcs through the snow, and the car crashes through the wave-shaped guardrail. It comes to an abrupt stop in the strip of green vegetation. Terrified, the mother and her child fall. The kid in her arms is covered in crystals and resembles a twisted glass sculpture. In the darkness pierced by headlights, Zayne sees something approaching the pair with slow, deliberate steps. Its breath is warm, its presence screaming danger.
Stay back.
It wears human clothes, but there's nothing human about this creature. Crystals have consumed most of its massive body that's hunched over. Strange growths are still pushing through whatever is left of its skin. Its face is twisted into a grotesque expression. Its pupils gleam in eerie dark blue. Each step it takes makes the ground tremble.
Stay away!
With trembling hands, the woman covers her child's eyes.
Don't be scared. It's okay. Don't be scared.
Oh? Inside the car, Zayne's nerves suddenly tense as the ringing in his ears, which had subsided violently, returns. Sharp spikes grow from the ice materializing in his hand. Zayne raises his arm and aims the icy thorns at the monster. The colors of the night silently encroach into this power. It's like death itself is waking up from a... Oh? As the monster raises its hands towards the mother and child, a cold gleam suddenly cuts through the air and pierces its chest. Fragmented ice blooms from the monster's chest and almost covers its entire body. The woman looks up in shock to see a figure step out from the car. Moonlight illuminates his cold, almost mechanical gaze. What the fuck? As the monster lunges forward, a thin blade of ice instantly materializes in its palm. Sleek like the wind and emanating deadly frost, it flies toward the monster's body in the blink of an eye.
Mommy.
Oh?
It's okay. Someone's here to help us. Just hold on a little longer.
Sound like the Ra skeleton? It did! Ra! 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 Ra!
Stay awake. Promise me.
Amidst the shattering of ice crystals, everything seems to freeze in time. The monster falls to the ground and snow flies everywhere, obscuring all visibility. A white mist appears. A violent gust of wind howls and sends ice crystals towards the motionless woman. Still dazed from the recent brush with death, she stares ahead. From the blizzard, footsteps approach. Each step echoes and is like the ticking of a countdown.
Please, save my son. He hasn't turned into a monster yet. He won't become one of them.
You guys like my TikTok today with the skeleton? The tall man blocks the car's headlights and casts a shadow over the mother and child before him. The woman shrinks back in fear and the chocolate slips away from the child's trembling hands. It falls onto the snow.
Saving him would be pointless.
Oh, shit.
How dare you?
Ignoring her anger, Zayne bends down to pick up the chocolate and holds it out to her. Ice crystals fall from his fingertips, landing on the chocolate's wrapper. They melt to wash away the blossoming bloodstains.
He's beyond saving.
Oh, shit.
No! He hasn't turned into a monster. He's still alive. He...
Still stands... Oh, I forgot about that, yeah. I'll do that. No, I'll do that. Put it in the Discord in general. I'll make that a thing. Heart-wrenching sobs slice the darkness as clouds once again obscure the moon. Zayne's silhouette quickly dissolves into the snowy night. Uh-oh. He's locked in. He's locked in. Uh-oh. Okay, now we're fighting shit. Okay, on to chapter 3, I think. All right. Oh, you don't have Discord? Oh, okay. Well, then... I'll just put it in general right now. General. Skyrim, Skeleton, Shield, Bash, Bits, Redeem. There's my reminder. Oh, there, I just put it in there. You're good. No worries.
Stay close to me.
All right, auto. I have to pee, so this is going to auto as I go to the bathroom. Let's go. Dawnbreaker. Come on. You still crack up at that fried heal me audio? Dude. That was funny. I posted that on Twitter. It flopped. No one thought it was funny. I was like, well, you know, comedy's subjective. In the early morning, street lamps cast a bright, lonely glow across the snow-covered streets and makes the city appear deserted. Barely able to keep his eyes open, a boy dozed Off in the priority seat, he swayed back and forth during the trip until he finally bumped his head. It was before the bus stopped, too. They just had to be there, true. Oh! Who is this? We got freaking Unal Call High from Final Fantasy XIV.
At Azure Square Station. Please remember to take all personal belongings with you.
Jack Frost. Me and Coco are going to do Jack Frost again this year. Don't you worry, chat. For Valentine's Day. As soon as he gets off the bus, cold wind mixed with snow hits his face. It washes away his drowsiness. Also, is this kid from the World Underneath? From number 23, is it? Same guy? He rubs his eyes upon realizing where he is. His gaze instantly lights up. It's him? Oh,
Chuchi, wake up! We're here!
The journey between the Arctic and the Lincoln City spans thousands of kilometers. After several transit changes, he finally returned to his starting point. After hurrying to a secluded bench and making sure no one's around, the boy carefully sets down his backpack and gives it an admonishing pat.
We're back. And you're not allowed to run off this time.
Okay.
Until we find the emissary, we need to stick to our usual plan.
He's a World Underneath. Bro, I know ball, okay?
Dog whenever there are people around.
Trust me. I know. It's hard to remember everything since I've practically done every single fucking kindled / anecdote and bond for every LI, but I've done almost all of them. Pretend to be okay, he said that.
You know, the fluffy kind that humans love to pet. Got it?
I do remember most of Raphael's though, because that's my go. But Zayne and Xavier, I forget a lot of that stuff because they're not my bias. Xavier's anecdotes though, I will never forget those. Those hit different, bro. I know this is off topic, but I still vividly remember those, reading those three. Those hit. That shit was gas. It's probably some of my favorite, like, not flavor text, but favorite reading sections that isn't like the main story or whatever in the game. Is good stuff. It's very anime tropey, but it's a trope that I enjoy. The boy waits for a long while, but there's no response from the backpack.
Shuchi?
Bro said MC dying. You said that's evil to put that emote for that, bro. What the fuck? With a growing sense of dread, he unzips his backpack only to find a hole and a few tangled tufts of white fur. The wind whistles through the gap. Okay. Okay. Hunters Association, 2 days later. Studying the documents Zayne gave me, I searched through every library and archive in Lincoln City. I try my best to uncover the information about cosmic civilizations hidden in the biometric key, but every search has come up empty. Several days of running around have taught me one thing, though. Unlocking the key's secrets won't be something I can accomplish overnight. But right now, something else has caught my attention. I know it caught my attention.
Cases where the subjects become humans' physical features, but their consciousness has been eroded. Only primitive aggression and instincts remain.
Sorry. Me and Jenna kind of have the same hair. We kind of have the same swoop going on. No shit. Look at that. But she outmogs me, though. Cosplay her? Yo. She looks much better than me. And a J name. Fellow J name haver. The League of J's. Sorry. Male Jenna? True. Bro, if they sold this outfit, that would be fire. That would be gas. If they sold this for, like, a male version, get me in there.
For now, we're designating them as Alterum.
Okay.
These Alterum share one common characteristic, too.
Put Coco in that.
They were diagnosed with protocore syndrome.
Nah, she wouldn't be wearing that. She'd be wearing a lot less. Sorry. Sorry. I love my girlfriend. I love my wife. What can I say? Sorry. These okay, she's talking. Protocore syndrome. 2 days ago, I received an unexpected message from Zayne at midnight. It was long after we parted ways. I have to go on a business trip. It's not dangerous, but we might not be able to contact each other for a while. Don't worry. P.S. I'm not going to Mount Eternal. Day, night, kitchen, living room. What the fuck? These sudden announcements had become the norm. I scrolled through my emojis and sent back a happy snowman with ellipses above its head. These words, protocore syndrome, act like a signal. They connect my earlier suspicions to create a clear pattern. This is under Zayne's field of expertise. Could his sudden departure be connected to these Alterum? These Alterum? The description of the Alterum reminds me of those so-called specimens I encountered in Skyhaven. I forget how Jenna said it. With the Alterum appearing in Lincoln City, does this mean the Fountain of Vitae has entered another phase?
But according to these forum posts, a mysterious figure has appeared these past few days. They strike before the police do, and their codename is apparently Dawnbreaker.
Okay.
They always manage to deal with the Alterum before the police can arrive.
Wait, what? Another urban legend?
Nero looks cool. I need his fit.
Focus.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Jenna interrupts the off-topic discussion. The virtual display switches to show some photos from a crime scene.
As for these recent Alterum attacks, the police need a hunter to investigate and detect metaflux readings. Does anyone want to volunteer?
I volunteer as tribute. Thinking these clues might help Zayne, I raise my hand without hesitation. I'll go, Captain. All right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. I still miss her old VA, yeah. It's okay. Blind spot. All right, let's go. Next. Let's go. Chat, maybe I get a trip to China. Yo, Infold, get me on an NPC. It's kind of like how Ludwig and Northern Lion got invited to be a part of the Road to Empress. And coincidentally, it's also a Chinese game. So maybe a fellow white boy, you know, get multicultural. After receiving assistant credentials for my investigation, I head to Northern Ring Road that's located in the downtown area. A detective lifts the barricade tape and approaches me. After we shake hands, he leads me to the crime scene.
Thanks for coming out when there's all this snow.
I like to say the same thing to everyone else who's here. I set up the precision scanner I brought on the ground and turn it on. Once the scan is complete, the data will be uploaded to the cloud that the Association can access, then a detailed report will be generated for police use.
Perfect. We've received some of the restored surveillance footage, so we can take a look at it.
Okay.
The surveillance equipment was damaged by the cold, though. I'm afraid
I still need to play Road to Empress.
Great.
I will once they update the game, get DLC. I thought Lincoln City's outdoor surveillance systems were designed to withstand low temperatures.
The temperature dropped far below the equipment's tolerance threshold. It's safe to say the damage wasn't caused by natural means.
Okay. In the low-quality footage the detective hands me, I managed to spot an unsettling figure lurking in the darkness. The creature's form is distorted. Weapons that look like hooked tendrils grow from its body compared to the ones I've encountered before. They seem to have grown significantly stronger. What about Dawnbreaker? Did you catch them on camera? The detective shakes his head.
They managed to avoid being captured by the surveillance system.
He's got an alter ego, man.
And efficient.
He's a damned superhero. As I approach the damaged guardrail by the road, my hunter's watch immediately starts blaring an alarm. The initial metaflux readings are extremely high. The Alterum is already similar to a Wanderer.
So that's it then. We should deal with these Alterum before they completely degenerate into Wanderers.
Okay.
Perhaps this so-called serial killer is actually a hero.
The detective gives me a contemplative look.
However, from a hunter's
perspective... I thought the alarm was
perspective...
IRL. Yeah, me too.
Do you see the Alterum as humans? Or are they monsters that need to be destroyed like wanderers?
Oh man, sure, humans. They were born human, even death won't change the fact. But as a detective, you know better than anyone else, dealing with humans isn't always easier than dealing with monsters.
You're not wrong.
That was some deep shit. The sharp wail of an ambulance siren cuts through the wind and the snow. It grows louder as it approaches. We both look up and our gaze following
Wanderers, Alterum, the Deepspace tunnel. Sometimes I think about the kind of fantastical world. If a disaster even worse than the Chrono Rift catastrophe arrives, how much could humanity really do?
I'm making a fancy girl. Oh, that sounds good right now. Dude, that sounds good. I'm jealous, actually. So the authorities are covering this up and classifying it as an accident. They must be trying to prevent the public from becoming even more panicked. He nods before shaking his head.
The Alterum will cause panic, not the murderer.
Okay. Seeing my confusion, he smiles.
A blood-stained murderer is more relatable than these abominations. Yay or nay?
Okay. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but something about this detective seems off. In any case, the association will provide the police with a formal energy analysis report. I should get going now. On my way home, I opened the forum post that Tara sent me a few minutes ago. It's about Dawnbreaker. Has anyone else noticed that the Alterum in Lincoln City have been slowly disappearing these past few days? That's because the mysterious killers appeared in Lincoln City. My uncle works as a dispatcher? Dude, it's freaking Robert. No way. Dawnbreaker. The Alterum and Dawnbreaker. These names sound like links in a food chain destined to exist in a perpetual cycle of predator and prey. Those monsters, come to think of it, I'm not so different from them. Will there come a day when others will try to erase my existence? Peace. What was that? I hear a strange noise behind me. When I turn around, I notice foot. No, paw prints on the ground. What kind of animal left these? A squirrel, maybe? Or a stray dog? Confused, I stand there, but then a white blur darts past in my periphery. My scarf suddenly tightens around my neck before vanishing. Oh? When I come to my senses, all that's left in the snow is a chaotic trail of footprints. The white blur has already vanished into the darkness around the street corner. My scarf! There's a clip command? I don't think there is. I should make one, though. In the rundown, gloomy alleyway, only scattered spots of light fall upon the snow-covered ground. A dead end. It took my scarf, too. Where did it go? Snow falls silently. My surroundings are so quiet that even the sound of breathing seems jarring.
Going to drag me back to the cocoon? I won't return. Wait. You're Dawnbreaker. Just kill me already.
Okay. Dawnbreaker? My heart races as I hold my breath and silently move forward. As soon as I turn the corner, I raise my gun at the shadowy figure. Oh?
You.
In the dim lighting, several objects coldly flash from the figure's palm. They're ice shards. They've pinned the teenager's sleeves and Pan's legs to the wall. Black crystals cover the teenager's left arm and neck, but he's different from the test subjects I encountered in Skyhaven. The realization hits me. He's an Alterum.
I said you could kill me, not torture.
I suggest you stay quiet.
That voice. I freeze upon hearing a familiar voice and move my finger away from the trigger. In a split second, a sharp ice shard cuts through the air, barely misses my cheek. Dawnbreaker, like the Grim Reaper, turns to face me with cold indifference. He meets my gaze. There he is! The white creature that had vanished into the snowy night suddenly appears from out of nowhere. Okay. Herm. Bro's a vigilante. Cool. Hypothermia. Alright. Shit, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Kill him? No. What are you talking about? Taking advantage of Zayne. Kill him or the Alterum? Wait, maybe, yeah. Taking advantage of the Zayne being momentarily distracted, the teenager breaks free from his restraint and pulls out a knife from his waist. With desperate, wild eyes, he lunges at him. but his wrist is caught and twisted again. The cracking of a dislocated bone echoes through the alley. Oh my god.
What exactly is this cocoon you speak of?
Why do you need to know so much?
As if the word cocoon was burned into his nerves, the teenager suddenly jerks away. He clutches his crystallized left arm as he frantically runs to hide behind me. Spotting my gun, he forcefully grabs my hand and turns it. The barrel is pointing at Zayne now.
You're not going to kill me, then let me go. Stay back.
But no, what if he just shot him? Just fucking... A flicker of surprise appears in Zayne's eyes, but the moment of uncertainty quickly fades and his usual coldness returns. Zayne, why are you here? Zayne, who should be away on a business trip, is in a remote alleyway in the middle of the night with an Alterum teenager. He was addressed as Dawnbreaker 2. Something isn't right. Questions pile up one after another in my mind as I assess the situation. I slowly try to free my hand from my teenager's grip.
You?
Right, I can't wait to... I'll get there! I'll get there.
You haven't gotten to the point where death is necessary.
Zayne and I speak almost at the same time. I'm once again taken aback by the coldness in his voice.
But after tonight, that might change.
Okay.
The crystals will erode your body.
No, that's far away. Okay, well, I'll get there still.
Your skin will be split open, and your bones will be ground to dust.
Okay.
When it reaches your neck, you'll lose your voice. No one will hear you scream.
That's next chapter. Is there not a kindled on the first in chapter 3? No. Wow, God, he's getting graphic with it. The person I've met before is the same one standing before me, yet this version of Zayne feels like a stranger. His voice is cold, his gaze is cold. Even his breath is the epitome of coldness. No, it's all reading. People, when they open a book... Fuck, it's all reading. Fuck. Something seems to trigger a memory in the teenager. His voice trembles as his body curls like a bow being drawn back. He buries his face into his knees.
You're right. They all died like that after emerging from their cocoons.
Cocoons?
I want to live. But if I'm going to turn into a monster, what's the point?
It's more, yeah, it's just like a picture book, really.
Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
He's a caterpillar? Dude, I want his caterpillar. Talking about Zayne, by the way. Zayne remains silent and lowers his gaze as ice crystals silently form in his palm. Is he really going to do this?
A dignified death doesn't exist. Thinking you're in control of the situation by choosing to die, you're only comforting yourself with a lie. Did you escape just so you could die like a dog?
Damn, bro, he's laying it on it thick.
Lecture me with that nonsense.
He's laying it on him thick. The teenager straightens up and lunges at me again, his hands trembling uncontrollably, yet he grips my gun with all of his strength, refusing to let go.
You're a hunter. A hunter's gun can kill a monster like me, right? Pull the trigger already!
You can't be serious. With a flick of my wrist, I toss the hunter firearm away and kick it out of reach. The teenager desperately lunges for the firearm, but Zayne catches him by the waist and pins him against the wall. Stay calm, focus on my breathing. Exhale, inhale. I can't shoot him, bro. I kind of wanted to, but... You're trembling. If he just picks shoot, he shoots the wall. Gotcha. I didn't know if it'd be like a bad ending situation. Even though they haven't done that in the story yet. I know you don't really want to die, so stop saying it. After several seconds pass, the teenager finally comes to his senses. He nods as if he's emerging from a trance. I steal a glance at Zayne. His expression is completely serene and unmoved, as if he's an aloof observer standing at the crossroads between life and death. I move closer to Zayne, firmly hold his hand in place, and give the teenager a gentle smile. You heard what he said, right? He said you can't die yet. He's the best cardiac surgeon in the city. If he says there's hope for you, then you can be optimistic about the future.
He's a doctor?
I know he might not look the part right now, but he really is the best in the field. Just don't misunderstand his intentions. You need to go now. The teenager freezes for a moment as soon as Zayne shifts his foot ever so slightly. The teenager spins around and runs away. Okay. Late into the night, the streets gradually darken. The lights reflected off the snow make street lights appear soft and dim. After watching the teenager leave, I turn back to look at Zayne, who feels like a stranger. The small animal of an unknown breed stubbornly refuses to let go of his coat. It whimpers as if he pushes it to the ground again. Now that's just the two of us and this dog. Anyway, you can tell me what's going on, right? Did your business trip end early, or did Axel Hospital call you back for an emergency? While I'm still asking questions, Zayne bends down to pick up the snow-covered scarf. Then he stares at me as if trying to confirm something.
Is this yours?
If I remember correctly, this is the scarf you knit? No, picked out 3 days ago.
Oh, then it's mine.
So he totally is like a different person. Like, he doesn't remember... Like... As soon as he said... I guess he's Dawn... Like, literally Dawnbreaker, as in, like, not Zayne. Zayne, but not Zayne, yeah. It's, like, split with the multiple personalities thing. Like, it's him, but... you don't know me? Why are you suddenly acting like you don't know me?
Should I know you?
Oh, shit.
If there's nothing else, I'll get going now.
But your home isn't there.
I know.
He stops in the snow and gives me a cold glance over his shoulder. His voice is devoid of any emotion.
The subway station is this way.
Huh. On the empty street, our footsteps crunch in the soft snow. With his tall stature and long legs, Zayne strides quickly and widens the distance between us. I had no idea where he's heading or why he's acting like he forgot who I am. All I can do is quicken my pace to catch up to him. Zayne, answer me. Hate it when you leave, but love watching you go. I step in front of him to block his path. A mix of frustration and disbelief makes my chest tighten.
What's the matter?
That's my line. Has Eval gone out of control again? The puppy whose species I don't recognize catches up to us. Its gaze flits between him and me.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Zayne casually brushes me aside and continues walking.
Hey, I think a couple is breaking up in the middle of the street.
Oh, shit. The puppy quickly shakes the snow off its body, gives me a sympathetic look, then runs after Zayne, who's already walking away. The two figures soon become dots in the snowy night. Whether it's because of the frustration or anger, I stubbornly walk away without looking back, but after a few steps, I feel like something is wrong. Wait, the direction Zayne's heading in. My heart races as I quickly follow the footprints in the snow. Zayne lies unconscious on the ground, his brows tightly knitted as if darkness is dragging him down into its depths. Zayne is kind of a booty hole. Zayne! I crouch and shake his shoulders, but he doesn't respond no matter what I do. I can't just leave him like this. I try to help Zayne up. As my fingers brush against his neck, I feel a layer of frost. It's unnaturally black. Could this be related to his nightmares again? Heavy sense of foreboding weighs on my mind, but getting him out of here comes first. I struggle to support Zayne's weight as I drag him along one step at a time. Why was he talking about taking the subway? This path actually leads to my apartment complex. Miss Keisha? Like from what? The movie with Marlon Wayans? The scary, not scary movie, but whatever the fuck that shit's called? Is that what you're talking about? Is that the reference? Or is it something else? The Vine? Oh, wrong thing. I was like, dude, that's a crazy reference. That shit is old. With his weight pressing against my shoulder, even a usually short walk home felt endless. Zayne and I practically collapsed onto the bed together, the snow from our coats scattered onto the floor. Little white animal anxiously bounces back and forth on the sofa. I pick it up and gently shake Zayne. I got a little white animal. Come on now. Come on now. Let me know. His eyes remain closed. A streak of black silently emerges from his sleeve and creeps along his veins until it reaches the back of his hand. The black ice that appeared on his neck has already spread to this area. I need to wake him up from his dream. I reach toward the side of Zayne's neck and gather my power. Okay. Alright, calm down. Sorry. Almost instantly, I sense the chaotic, surging power raging throughout Zayne's body. Like a force that's been suppressed for eons is now finally breaking free. A bone-chilling cold surges forth. It makes my entire body shudder. The power within his body is unstable. That's why he lost consciousness. At that moment, Zayne's eyes snap open and grabs my wrist.
What are you trying to do?
He grabs my hand and pins it, encased in ice. My wrist is already stuck on the wall once I realize what's happening. You? I take several deep breaths to compose myself. I'm trying to help you treat the black ice. When did it appear? When did it start appearing?
While I was dreaming.
Interesting. He lets go of my wrist and the ice crystals dissolve with it. I guess there's no point in asking. To my surprise, the black frost didn't disappear after our resonance. It stubbornly remains on his body. Nevertheless, Zayne appears much better than before. Remembering how cold he felt, I take out a thermometer to check Zayne's temperature.
Extremely low temperature detected. To protect the device and extend its service life, the system will be automatically turned off in 1 minute.
Who needs handcuffs? Yeah, that's true. The reason for the extremely low temperature isn't concerned and tries to prop himself up. Seeing this, I pull out an old-fashioned infrared thermometer and aim it at him. Freeze! Oh. Cop roleplay. I press the sensor against his forehead and playfully pull the trigger.
You're being childish.
His chat is freaked out. Yeah, it is. I know. As expected, he doesn't move. Beep. Lost in thought, I stare at the screen showing his abnormally low temperature. No wonder all the surveillance cameras at the crime scene were damaged by extreme cold. Even though I'm not sure if it helps, I take out 2 fever pills and hand them to Zayne along with a glass of warm water.
That's medicine.
Okay. Yes?
It's bitter. I'm not consuming it.
You're a doctor. You, of all people, can't complain about bitter medicine. For what must be the first time in his life, Zayne's face shows an expression that can only be described as okay and. Says you? Me? Well, I'm the streamer. So, I can say what I want. Not knowing how to help him recover, I head to the kitchen and make fresh carrot juice. I doubt it'll do anything, though. Make him drink it? Fucking, bro. Chug that shit. Come on, now. Drink this instead. It's your favorite.
You know my preferences that well?
Yes, I do. Zayne seems genuinely thirsty. He takes the glass, hesitates for a moment, and then chugs it on in one go. He literally said you were taking backshots from Mr. Tickles. I did say that. But because I am the streamer, I can say that. That's the thing. Because I get to decide what I want to and what not to say. Because then if I say that, that's just my humor. But sometimes chat takes it too far, which is why that's the struggle of like, okay, should I say this joke or is chat going to make it and send it into oblivion and go overboard? Which is sometimes is the problem. Which is why sometimes I'm like, okay, guys, just calm down. Like, this is a public chat room. This isn't your Discord messages with your friends. Cough, cough, cough. Well, do you want to give... Oh, my God. Well, do you want to give a more detailed review this time? He meets my gaze at the entire glass of carrot juice. As the entire glass of carrot juice turns into a solid column of ice in his hand.
It's awful.
I see your hatred for carrots is written in your DNA. I forgot he does hate carrots. Okay, buddy. What do you mean, okay, buddy? I can time you out and ban you whenever I want. Don't fucking okay buddy me. This isn't, we're not debating on what you can and can't do. This is, I make the rules here. I can time you out and ban you if I'd like. So you better watch your mouth. As the night deepens, the hustle and bustle outside my window gradually fades into silence. I tune back in to share the news of my delicious grilled cheese and what is happening. Hey, I would love a grilled cheese as well. Please and thank you. I gather every blanket and quilt in the house to stack on top of Zayne, then I crank my heater up. I mean, true. Well, it is true.
I'm not cold. I've already told you this. Take these blankets away.
Why don't you take them off yourself? Damn. What the fuck? Grown-ass man.
I don't have the strength.
Oh, shit. Then don't move. He purses his lips only to furrow his brow a moment later.
You've been fussing over me for a while now. Is it for a particular reason?
You're important to me. Send it. Send it. Uncertainty flickers in his gaze.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want him to see my expression, so I turn away. Damn, can a bitch love you, care for you, worry for you? The real reason is simple, actually. Do a little this, boom. When he falls silent, I push away my chaotic thoughts and turn his cold face toward mine. Dawnbreaker, you're very famous. So don't you dare run away or disobey me, or else I'll punish you.
What?
I'll punish you. He asks softly. His chin is still tilted up by my hand as his gaze falls to meet mine. I'll make sure you won't live to see tomorrow's dawn. Oh, what the fuck? You threatened to kill him? Dude. I yank the blanket up to block his voice and gaze in the darkness. He's 2 steps away from saying the cold... That's true. He is just male Elsa.
It's not the first time this happened to Zayne. I witnessed it once when he was doing research with me at Mount Eternal. He became a complete stranger overnight, and no one knew what happened to him.
I figured this wasn't the first time Zayne had been in this state. Dr. Noah's words only confirmed my suspicions. How did he recover from it?
That's something only he knows.
Over the phone, Dr. Noah sounds just as troubled as me.
Back then, he ventured deep into Mount Eternal by himself, as if he had something to do there.
Okay.
When we saw him the next day, he had returned to his usual self, the one we all knew. I guess whatever he needed to do was done.
Mount Eternal. That place seems to be hiding a burden that Zayne has never been willing to speak about. But my intuition tells me that whatever changed in Zayne must have happened before the Mount Eternal incident. Those black ice crystals, seemingly out of reach, they linger somewhere in the depths of my memories. I like Dr. Noah's voice. Yeah, it's a good voice. When I open the door again, I find a ball of white fur sitting by the bed. It's wagging its tail at me. When did you sneak in? As I get closer, I notice the creature is contained within a semi-transparent dome made from the icy vault. It restricts its movement. I don't even need to ask who did this. Zayne really doesn't show mercy, huh? The puppy-like animal lets out a sound like a bark of agreement. I reach out to dispel the evil ice barrier, then I sit down with the creature in my arms. Now closer to Zayne, I can see his eyelashes trembling in his deep sleep. They're like the wings of a wary bird that's finally resting at home. I don't know what you're dreaming about, but I hope they're sweet dreams. Good night, Zayne. In the stillness of the night, only the white creature notices a faint sound. Excuse me? A subtle energy seems to be flowing. The white animal's ears twitch as it looks up at Zayne in the girl's joined hands. The cold, corrosive sensation gradually fades. A warmth surges through Zayne's cold fingertips like water traveling through a leaf's veins. The whitest creature. I'll show Zayne a white creature. For this soul that's been trapped in nightmares for so long, the unmelting black ice covered his body finally recedes bit by bit. All right, next. Next! I'm watching a white creature right now. Me? Excuse me. That's the second time you said that? I know. It's even better the second time. Now wait for the third time I say it. It's going to be even funnier.
The investigation into the Alterum and the unidentified suspect is still ongoing. We urge all citizens to remain vigilant, avoid spreading rumors, and exercise caution when traveling.
Stretch and hydrate, true. All right. Lock in. Lock in. It's already the next morning when I wake up. Groggy, I prop myself up and press my temples to clear my mind. Beside me, Zayne is still asleep. It's a rare sight at this hour. I lean closer and slowly become aware of his steady breathing. I watch as it slightly stirs the fabric across his chest. Poke. I still got like I still have a whole chapter and a half left. Woo! Come on. Come on. This is payback for making me haul you home through the heavy snow yesterday. Poke him again. Boom, bitch. And that's for freezing my hand to the wall. Oh, he's in my ear. My God. Holding back my laughter, I give Zayne's nose a gentle pinch. It really hurt when he froze my wrist, so I'll pinch your nose for that.
Is messing around with people while they sleep a habit of yours?
I feel his warm breath on top of my head, and my breath hitches as I meet his slightly wary gaze. Zayne? The morning light filters through the curtains and falls onto his tousled hair. Looking into those eyes, I can tell that familiar Zayne has returned.
Yes.
Joy wells up inside me as I wave my hand in front of his face. Are you finally awake from your nightmare? He nods. As he stretches his neck, I see the black ice on his body has completely disappeared. You're actually back to normal.
You could phrase that differently.
Okay. Before he can say more, I embrace him. He doesn't pull away and gently wraps his arm around my waist. Congratulations on the first person you saw when you woke up.
Yesterday, when I was in that nightmarish state, did I trouble you?
You're a little childish. But that was still you, wasn't it? I'll just think of it as seeing another side of you, Zayne. How do you join Discord servers? I want to see the cheese, bro. The cheese?
Why do I hear a hint of disappointment in your voice?
That should be the link. That should work. Seeing that cold and willful side of Zayne even for one night reminded me of when we barely knew each other. I feel at ease as everything falls into place. A moment passes and I look into his eyes again. We're talking about grilled cheese? Yeah, I know. Does it look good, though? That does look good. The sourdough looks bussin'. How much do you remember about yesterday? Zayne rubs his temples and sits up.
It's a little hazy, but I remember most of it.
Including how you froze my electronic devices and hand to the wall, and how you even told me to not be nosy? He glances away for a moment before his gaze calmly returns to me.
I also remember how you stacked blankets on me and did a test with carrot juice.
True. Your memory's impeccable, so when did these nightmares start?
They became more frequent after I returned from Chansha City.
Thank you, Stacy. I am hungry. Not gonna lie.
And in those dreams,
I will not be eating.
I always forget who I am.
Anything!
What I'm supposed to be doing.
Until I finish this. I have to.
The me in my dreams, however, has his own mission to complete.
He presses his lip into a thin line and looks at me. The guilt he feels is clear. For some reason, the scene from last night flashes through my mind again. It stirs up emotions I can't quite name. Well, there's no more black ice on your neck and hands, so your palms are warm too. It's safe to say that you passed the physical examination. Welcome back to reality, Zayne. I open my arms and wait for him to initiate the hug this time. Zayne hesitates before leaning down, and he wraps his arms around me. His warm breath brushes against my neck.
Good morning.
Nice. Bro, we're in a car. What the fuck? What is this background? The car. My God, this is a crazy render. Before taking Zayne home, he accompanies me to the association. I'm going to update them on my progress in the Alterum investigation. Dawnbreaker vanished overnight. Some people on the forums joke that he had been broken by the dawn. The police investigation has hit a dead end, and the relentless snowfall is still the biggest obstacle for gathering evidence at the crime scene. While waiting for Zayne to finish shopping, I sit in the car and look at today's news.
XAVIER, which announced the Fountain of Atay initiative, has revealed the first phase of the project, the Val Sanatorium.
I recommend you looking up what Cheeky... Oh, yeah.
According to several reports, Val Sanatorium is using medical pods called Rebirth cocoons to treat patients with protocore syndrome.
Rebirth cocoons? My mind quickly latches onto this word. I heard this term yesterday.
You're right. They all died like that, after emerging from their cocoons. Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
The cocoons the Alterum mentioned must be these rebirth cocoons. Sensing my troubled thoughts, the white creature pushes his fluffy self from the backseat to settle on my lap. Are you trying to comfort me? Thank you. When Zayne woke up, I asked about the animal. He said it belonged to some distant relatives. As for why he got lost, stole my scarf, and refuses to leave Zayne's side, Zayne says he's not sure. So what kind of creature are you? The white creature, it's back! I decided to take out my phone and use its image recognition feature. As the screen refreshes, it shows majestic. Bai Zay. Oh, I definitely pronounced that wrong. Bai She. The divine beast of antiquity knows all beneath heaven and earth. Question mark? With trembling hands, I cup his face. My gaze travels from his clear eyes to the tiny horns protruding like fresh sprouts near his ears. As I struggle to find the right words, Zayne returns to the car. He has a bag of chocolates and dog food. Look up what a Bai Z is. Bai Z. Oh, the thing is sick. Oh, shoot. It's like a tiger... It's like a lion / tiger, like, mythical creature. It's sick. That's a picture of an eye. It does look real. After all, your robot vacuum's the only other living thing in your house. Shouldn't it have a friend?
That won't be necessary. My robot vacuum has its own social life.
Okay. Whew. Through the windshield, the warm glow of our headlights cut through the heavy snowy gloom. A figure is looking around while standing near Zayne's house. It's a young boy in plain clothes. He's holding books in his arms. As soon as we get out of the car, the boy's face lights up with excitement and anticipation. He spreads his arms wide, forgotten. The books fall to the ground.
Emissary!
Okay. There's this fucker. Interesting. He's just a kid. That's true. All right, number 6. Number 6. Oh, whoa. Getting there. I get it, bro. I cosplayed Jack Frost. The funny thing is, though, I haven't watched Rise of the Guardians since I was, like, 10. So when I cosplayed Jack Frost, people were like, yo, I love Rise of the Guardians. And I was like, yeah, me too. I was like, I don't remember anything from that movie. I was like, I'm a fake-ass bitch. The unfamiliar teenager rushes towards Zayne, who's standing behind me. So you're better than me? Wait, what do you mean? The mysterious little creature wagging its tail runs over as well. Soon enough, all three of them are tangled in a group hug.
Let go of me.
The teenager steps back, then he excitedly scoops up the small animal.
So that's where you went, Shuchi. Why didn't you tell me?
This sounds like Gohan from Dragon Ball. Watching this harmonious scene between human and animal, I'm touched, but then I quickly become confused. Whose kid is this? Zayne guides the boy behind him.
The son of a distant relative. He loves sci-fi movies and cartoons. I suppose his latest hobby is running away from home.
Interesting.
And he's the master of that.
The master of running away from home? I lean down to get a better look at the boy. He has delicate features and appears to be around 11 or 12 years old. Do you live in Lincoln too?
Well, you could say that. I live in the Fractal Library.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Fractal Library. Okay.
Excuse me?
In a nearby residential area.
The Fractal Library? I've never heard of it before. Is it a new building? Knowing he's related to Zayne, I find myself adopting a gentler, friendlier tone. Is this little guy your pet? What breed? Actually, what kind of animal is it?
He's just a regular pet dog. He's not special. Go on, Shuji.
Bro, it sounds... Oh my god, it's just Kid Gohan. Or Goten. I guess, yeah, Kid Gohan. From Dragon Ball Z.
That's not the correct sound.
Oof, oof.
Okay, now shake.
You're in the Discord server? Nice. The small creature glances at me, then at Zayne. He swallows his pride and places his paw in the boy's palm. Zayne stands by the wall with his arms crossed. When he sees my skeptical look, he looks away. The boy's face relaxes with relief as his expression shifts to one that says, I told you so. Can you spin? Can you spin? The small animal actually understands me and starts spinning in circles. He chases his tail. He really is a puppy.
When did you learn to do that?
Seemingly unable to watch any longer, Zayne waves his phone.
I just got a text from his parents. They're going to pick him up.
Already? Can't you stay for a while longer?
I was actually planning to stay for a while.
Zayne's sharp gaze sweeps over the boy. I might be imagining things, but the child and the dog freeze.
Right. I wanted to say hello.
Interesting.
Uncle
Okay.
Zayne will send me home.
It's cold, so you should head inside. I'll see him off.
Bro, as a kid, man. It's just crazy. In the dim daylight, Zayne watches the girl wave goodbye. She's out of sight once she closes the door behind her. The boy catches a snowflake in his palm and silently watches it melt.
Why did you come here?
Hearing the scrutiny in Zayne's voice, the boy's expression shifts to match its severity.
7 years ago, you promised to take up the position at the Fractal Library. I traveled here because I'm asking you to fulfill that promise. You were selected as the emissary of the divine. Astra ordained
What?
in your nightmare is...
Oh my god, I keep yawning. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Jeez, man. Zayne speaks before the boy can say more.
I also said that I had my own choices to make and more important matters to attend to back then.
The boy's expression grows serene and his voice carries a maturity unlike the one from a few seconds ago.
Was becoming that version of yourself in the nightmare also a choice? People think they're making choices most of the time, yet they're unaware that all these options lead to one inevitable outcome. Fate falls upon us like this snow. It is silent and inevitable. And you too are destined to become...
Alright, is it past my bedtime? No, I'm just tired. He trails off and the only sound that can be heard is nothing more than a barely audible sigh.
Since you haven't made up your mind, there's no point in me staying here any longer.
I think also...
But...
I'm not that interested in what's happening. Well, I am, but like, I'm not as interested as I was with Silas's, so... I'm a bit out of it. The maturity and the composure vanish as the boy's voice shifts back to the childlike tone.
I left the Excessus bracelet you made for me at the library. Can you make me another one, please?
Oh, you're talking about the boy? Oh. Oh, shit. After a resigned sigh, an ice bracelet materializes around the boy's wrist.
Thank you, Emissary. I'll take my leave now. In any case, you're welcome to find me at the Fractal Library in Lincoln City. I'll be sure to visit you again as well.
Okay. The boy slightly raises his hand and his fingertips touch their air as a geometric shape gradually unfolds. He bows before stepping into the door woven from countless folded dimensions.
The Emissary is a liar. I counted every single day for 7 years.
Zayne's destined to be the admin of the Fractal Library ran by Astra, and Astra punishes Zayne for falling for MC since it distracts him from his duties to alter ego nightmares, killing the Dawnbreaker. Oh, that's cool explanation. Interesting. As if drawn to his accusation, the wind and snow seem to fall through the vanishing door. They're silent. Well, that's cool. The snow ceases, and Zayne remembers the first time he entered the Fractal Library. Even though it's called a library, its exterior was remarkably ordinary. It was a building nestled in a quiet corner of Lincoln City's silent streets. The young boy begged him again and again, so he pushed open the slightly weathered wooden door. Oh yeah, here's the fucking library. Holy shit. There were neither bookshelves nor defined boundaries. Instead, an endless garden with intertwining paths appeared before him. And a library that seemed to belong to another world stood at the point where those paths converged. As soon as Zayne stepped into the backlight, he raised his head and saw countless bookshelves. They reached toward a tower's summit where the sunlight poured in. The library shelves were endless. They were like stairs that led to another dimension. Then a younger person approached them and claimed that Zayne and the young boy were the administrators of the palette of this place. In addition, Zayne was destined to become the Fractal Library's owner. The young person told him that the Fractal Library, which stood at the intersection of dimensions, didn't really exist in any galaxy. It didn't belong to any civilization either. And each book in the library contained the fate of a world. Zayne wondered if his own fate was among them. So in this story, is he a Dawnbreaker, or is Zayne acting different, like sleepwalking or something? Perhaps his nightmares were hidden within a page of those large volumes from the moment he pushed open the door. On the night he returned home from the library, Zayne had a different dream. In that unfamiliar world, he wore robes as he walked in a very tall tower. He was leafing through an ancient tome. Between its pages lay a jasmine petal from a spring day, and that spring day belonged to a timeline he had erased with his own hands. It would forever remain unknown to anyone. Okay. Huh. Alright. Interesting. Here we go. Okay. That was much more interesting. Alright. Just, honestly, they should just tell me what's happening. Just tell me flat. Just give it to me straight, bro. I don't need all this other bullshit. Okay? I'm not a Zayne guy, so I don't care. I just want the juicy, cool Fractal Library lore. Just give me that. That last 2 pages of stuff was all I needed to see from that whole fucking chapter. Just as Zayne enters the house, I finish roasting the tangerines he bought. Zayne's lore doesn't tell anything straight? No, not really. The game doesn't at all, because that's boring, right? The game's obviously supposed to tell you through the characters and the stories, but sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, the game does, like, have a lot of extra text just to get to some shit. It's got a couple lines of bullshit sometimes where it's like, okay, like, we get it. Let's just, get to the next part. Not all the time. I'm not saying, like, right now, but just, it's sometimes has a lot of extra dialogue. It loves some good flavor text. It loves some good flavor text. When I glance out the window, I realize the snow has finally stopped. Because, like, chat, maybe I'm, like, at least I've seen so many people put on Twitter, I'm not even gonna lie, like, no one reads most of the event dialogue. Like, for the main story updates, like Death and Rebirth and the one they just did, people read that. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, the current event that's like the ice skating thing, I'm not reading any of that, bro. I just want to do the mini game and get my gems. I'm not gonna lie, I do not care. Like, it's just, I'm not reading that. I read RAFAYEL's. If it's RAFAYEL, I will, but anybody else, I don't give a shit. Because it's just like extra stuff. Like, it just doesn't have any, it's just not interesting. Like, it's not bad, but it's just flavor, right? Flavor text. The whole point is just for text to fill the space that if you read, you're like, oh, cool. but if you're not going to remember it in a week from now, you know what I mean? I read them, but like most of them are skippable. Yeah, I tried to read almost everything, but like after playing the game for over a year now, like most of it, I'm like, why did I read this? Like, unless it's obviously main story or the 5 stars, right? I'm just talking like straight up like special banner events. Most of the time, it's just like, yeah, I don't care. It's like, okay. It's like, give me my fucking gems, bro. I try to read it, but just I usually don't get far because it's just boring. I don't know. There's already so much reading in the game, and they add more in the events, and so it's just overwhelming. Yeah. The dialogue's good in Royal Walk. I'm sure it's probably good too. You know, just maybe I'm missing out, which is fine too. I can be wrong, obviously. Everything I say, you guys don't have to agree with. But I don't know. Find a way to the main story cards later on, but there are some times that's true, yeah. And then, you know, if it does, then that's my fault. But like, yeah. Sometimes it just feels like a chore, you know. But that's just gaming in general. Like, also, bro, when I play Final Fantasy 14 or even any game in general, most side quests, because basically event text is like akin to a side quest in like an RPG. I quickly read it in my head in like 2 seconds and I skip. Most of the time I just speed read it and I click through. Because like, unless it's like a very heavy like side quest reliant game like Cyberpunk or a Final Fantasy where like it actually affects the main story, most of the time, no one's playing Xenoblade and reading every dialogue text in the fucking Xenoblade side quests. Like, you're crazy. Like, that's crazy. You're not going to sit there and read and be like, what is this NPC saying about the fetch quest? Okay. Like I'm not doing that. No shot. You cannot pay me. Like, that's not a slight towards this game. It happens in every video game, but that's just not what I just don't do that. You know? And the reason I say that is because it's like, if what I just said about not reading all this stuff in this game, people are like, oh, you don't care about Love and Deepspace. It's like, bro, it's for every video game. You know? I don't have to justify it, but I feel like a lot of the times it's like, I feel like I have to justify what I have to say about this game because people come at my neck, like, instantly. It's like, dude, I feel this way about most video games that I play. It's just that, you know, most people don't watch my other shit about other games. So I'm like, hey, I'm not hating. This is like my opinion on a lot of things. It's crazy. That's why I over-explain a lot of the times. But I have bad anxiety and stress, chat. And that's what I have to do because I don't need people in my YouTube comments. Okay? Because it already stresses me out. So, you know. Because I said that once. I said, I don't want to do every single 4-star and 5-star story for every character in the game. Everything. And someone said, you're a fake fan. What? I guarantee the bitch that said that has only done the stuff for the one of 5 characters. Every single card in the game. There's probably only 100 people out of the millions who've done that. Hop off my meat. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Bro. What? There's only a couple games on my hand that I can say I've done everything in my lifetime. Final Fantasy is like one of my favorite video game series of all time. I played FF13 and I was like, that was ass. And I did nothing other than the main story. Does that mean I don't like Final Fantasy? No! What? But if you like it, then it's fun? Yeah. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't, man. Oh, sorry. I feel like I talk about this all the time, but it's just like, I don't know. I just don't like making people upset, especially people who watch my content. But I need to get to the point that if someone watches my stuff and they like disagree or feels a different way, I just need to be like, you know what? Sorry. I can't be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll read this for you. It's like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't know. It's a reoccurring issue. I know. I just feel like I feel like I'm a broken record for so many things, so I feel bad. Either way, let's continue. You can't please everyone. That's true. I know. I try too hard, I think, trying to please people. It's an issue I have. It's a red, not red flag, it's a yellow flag or whatever they call it, where it's like it's not a good thing, but it's also not a bad thing. Either way, did your relative leave already? He must have a strict family. Back to the random boy.
Yes.
Back to the
He
random
needs
ass
to go
kid.
home and write his reflection paper.
You should do the stuff you're interested in, or if it's like the Caleb Throne of Eros card. True. The reception to my reaction to that card was amazing. Everyone was like, you know what, Jordan? I appreciate you for this. I was like, thank you. I tried to not cause anything because I kept my mouth shut. I kept my mouth fucking shut. I said, oh, this is funny. I was entertained and I was done. I said, okay, no more talking about it. There's a distant quality to Zayne's voice. I sit down beside him and hold out one of the roasted tangerines. There's a lot in this game, yeah. The weather is perfect for roasted tangerines. What? That sounds kind of good. Maybe it's like pineapple. Roasted pineapple? He stares at me for a long time before finally eating a piece of the tangerine. You still haven't gotten over Rug Man? That shit was crazy. That's dead ass a fucking Death Stranding character, bro. That's some Kojima shit. Rug Man. Like, what the hell? If the explanation is going to be filled with medical jargon, then no. As for the rest, Zayne will tell me when he wants to, and if he doesn't want to, that's his choice. Imagine God being your biggest op. Yeah, that's kind of cool though. The actual lore about it is really cool. He can't help but smile at my deliberate emphasis on those last words. He takes the half-peeled tangerine from my hands. Soon after, a warm orange slice is brought to my lips.
I said goodbye 3 days ago because I had accepted Carter's invitation.
It's not pineapple. I know. I said maybe it's like, okay, you're fucking with me. I said, you're rage baiting. I said goodbye 3 days ago because I had accepted Carter's invitation. He said that. Okay. Let me lock in.
Joining the Fountain of Atay research project.
Huh? Seeing me choke and cough several times, Zayne raises his hand to pat my back.
It's ultimately an excuse. Something unexpected happened, and the nightmare arrived before I could carry out my plans. Lately, Oxo Hospital has received a large influx of unusual cases involving protocore syndrome patients.
Okay. All right.
Some died shortly after hospitalization. Others transformed within a month and became
an Alterum. Zayne nods.
All these patients had recovered at Val Sanatorium after entering a medical pod called the Rebirth cocoon.
Okay. Roasting it makes them sweeter? Oh, interesting. Okay, so it is, yeah, that makes sense. That's what happens with a lot of fruit, I think, no? Val Sanatorium, according to the news report this morning, is the first phase of the Fountain of Atay.
Carter told me that XAVIER will soon hold a press conference to demonstrate the Rebirth cocoon's effectiveness to the public.
Wouldn't that mean more unsuspecting protocore syndrome patients will go to the Val Sanatorium?
We can't let them do as they please. I want to stop XAVIER's plans, not just for the protocore syndrome patients.
Zayne trails off as he lowers his gaze.
I want to make amends for a mistake. One that should have been corrected years ago. Yet it's still...
Oh shit. I realize that for Zayne this carries a greater, more painful significance. Kitten! That's me,
I
chat.
know I disappeared without a word before. But... will you come with me this time?
Sure. Asking me like that isn't fair. I know he helped me so many times before, and I agree to any request he makes. It's just, I still need a reason. Now that he's finally revealing everything to me, I won't let him have his way so easily. What's in it for me? The whereabouts of the ether core, dirt on XAVIER, or more leads about that biometric key? A few sweet words aren't enough to make me risk my life with you. Oh shit. I need a more tempting reason. Tempting? Like some dick? I tap his chest. Do you have anything else that might interest me?
I want you to come with me.
He said the same thing again. What do you mean? He grabs my wrist and gently moves his hand to press my fingers into his palm.
And I selfishly believe that if I asked you, you'd do it.
Okay. Sure. Yes. Dazed, I see something flicker out of the corner of my eye, a fluffy white tail. Zayne and I turn around at the same time. Is it Chi-Chi? Chi-Chi? Aren't you supposed to be with your owner? Crouched near the robot vacuum, Chi-Chi whimpers. Those clear, innocent round eyes look at me first and then at Zayne.
You're staying here to watch the house.
Okay. In the white testing facility, a row of circular medical pods lines the room. Shachi? It's probably Shachi, yeah. Surrounded by soft silvery light, they float in the air. Their translucent walls gleam with tranquility. Exquisite and graceful like meticulously crafted chrysalises, they pulse and contract with the rhythm of beating hearts. At any moment, it seems their contents might break free and soar towards the sky. Okay. Oh shit, we have another fight? What the fuck? Alright. Battle time. Having a birthday dinner? I'll be back later. Alright, Pink Monster, happy birthday. Happy early, late birthday. Have fun. After driving west on the highway for 2 hours, patches of green vegetation finally appear amidst the desolate landscape. Looking through the window, I can see the distant dome of Val Sanatorium loom in the morning mist. After yesterday's events, we decided to tour the sanatorium as visitors to investigate. The fountain of Ate, the Rebirth cocoon, the press conference, none of these can be tackled in a single move. However, we can assess the situation first before planning our next move. Are we almost there? I feed the last cookie to Zayne as he drives. He nods and takes a moment to gather his thoughts before speaking.
There are things I need to tell you.
Okay.
The technology used in the Rebirth cocoon.
Chat, once this chapter's done, which is I think right after this, after the battles, I'll do the giveaway. I forgot about it. I was supposed to do it earlier, my bad.
Back then, I began researching the application of protocores in implantable devices under Dr. Noah's guidance. It was also something I was interested in personally. At first, the research progressed smoothly. Yet when we started doing experiments... We need to stop researching this.
Okay.
The protocore energy has completely corroded the heart. Our experiment failed.
But the heart started beating
again.
Air
Sand with the
It
prime.
just grew some black crystals.
Thank
that's all.
you. Thank you.
Did you know? The lab mouse we performed a protocore implant surgery on transformed into a wanderer and devoured its fellow test subjects. Zayne, our experiment wasn't a failure. We succeeded!
Of course, all the content. Thank you. That means a lot.
We've discovered humanity's next evolutionary form.
Fuck you, Carter. Does he suck? Oh, wait, no, he's from the previous stuff, right?
We definitely
I remember
need to
him.
visit that
If I'm
barbecue
remembering
place
the
near
right
campus
character.
tonight to celebrate.
Prologue to tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you. He's an op, bro.
The experiment didn't lead to new life. It turned people into wanderers, minions of a protocore.
Ever's on some umbrella? Dude, yeah, that's true.
It
That's
was a
actually a good point.
Pandora's box that should have remained sealed.
He's such a
I
bitch.
destroyed all the related research data that day. I hope to keep this truth buried forever.
Carter didn't see it that way, huh?
No. He named it X-Heart and took it to Xander Sciences.
REAU banner? Resident Evil? Dude, give us the zombie banner. Yeah, man.
It was later implemented in the Rebirth cocoon, which is the first step in the
What is the
Fountain of
next
Decay.
event after Throne of Eros is done next week? What do people think? Is it a rerun? After finishing his story, Zayne falls silent. However, his grip on the steering wheel indicates he's still caught in his memories. This is the mistake he wanted to make amends for. Rerun? Not wanting him to dwell on the past, I clear my throat and lighten the mood. XO2? Gotcha. I used to think about how if we had gone to the same university, I would have dragged you out to have fun every single day. And then after the rerun, what is it? Is Caleb Myth? His third? We watch the flowers bloom in spring, enjoy the summer rain, collect autumn leaves, have snowball fights in winter. But based on what I heard, you must have been too busy to do any of that with me.
Not at all. In our lab, we
Multi?
always said it's
Another
best to
multi?
take a 4-hour break while
Bro,
data is
what?
being collected. Then we
The
can see the
fuck?
results after.
What the fuck? Or a solo? Yeah, I guess. No shot they do another fucking multi-banner. A Valentine's? I remember last year, we were like, Valentine's Day banner, and then they're like, oh, it will happen like a couple months later when Valentine's Day or the equivalent happens in like China, and we never got like a true Valentine's Day banner. It was like Spring and Flowers, I think. Interesting. Well, we'll see. Honestly, I hope we don't get.
Those times
I hope we get a rerun on the next banner, so that like I need like a week or two with nothing new. So give me a rerun and then come back like first week of February, hit me with something new finally. But give me like a week break or 2 breaks or something, bro. Especially for gems and shit, it's just like there's just no shot.
I was joking. If you were there, I would have always made time for you.
Oh, it's very nice, Zayne. The car turns onto a newly paved road, passes a sign that reads Val Sanatorium, and comes to a stop in the parking lot.
I'm not familiar with the sanatorium's interior layout. If you encounter any danger during this visit, remember not to go in alone.
Don't worry, I'm a professional. While I speak, I catch a glimpse of white approaching us. Ruh-roh. Carter, who's here to receive us, wears a casual white business suit. Only a navy blue butterfly pin adorns his collar.
Have you been waiting long, Zayne?
The white creature. Street, you're saying exclusive tutorial rerun. The hell? Interesting.
No, we just got here.
Carter leans down toward the car window. Upon seeing me, his eyes crinkle and his smile widens.
When Zayne called about needing 2 visitor passes, I had a feeling you'd be accompanying him.
I compose myself, smiling politely. I step out of the car, but just as I'm about to speak...
Let's skip the pleasantries and head inside.
Interesting. Okay. So you're just saying a Sea God rerun? That makes sense. They'll probably just rerun everything they did last year for a week prior. I feel like, why would they not do that? So you're just saying 6 out of a redhead werewolf? I don't think we need another LI, man. I'll keep it 100 right now. Keep it 100. Because what? Next main story update is Caleb's, and then next main story after that would be the 6th LI, and then, dude, because they'll do 3 main story updates, because that's what they did last year, right? Imagine this time next year, we don't get any continuation on anybody's story. Other than Caleb's and a new LI. That would suck. That would suck. Following Carter, we will enter a long corridor that connects the parking lot to the sanatorium's lobby. My gaze falls on the emblem at the entrance. Under the curved shape are the following Eternity Vanquishes Evolution Restraint Group. Without a doubt, this is Ever's logo. Carter activates the scanner and a white light immediately sweeps over Zayne and me. A cheerful electronic female voice speaks.
Visitor identification verified. Zayne.
Okay.
I am Telomere, the AI management system of Val Sanatorium. Welcome to our facility.
Okay, interesting.
We hope you have a good day here at the sanatorium.
The doors slide open and we enter the first floor lobby of Val Sanatorium. Pristine white surrounds us. The ceiling is unadorned, its white surface seamlessly integrated with the recessed lighting system along its edges. Beneath our feet, a gentle light bathes the white marble floor and illuminates every corner of the lobby. The place seems...
bright, yet oppressive.
Interesting. Yes. Pristine, silent, and unchanging, it's as if time itself stands still within these walls. In this environment, Zayne and I stand out like 2 stains on an otherwise white canvas. A few doctors in white lab coats pass by us, although they're quickly discussing patients' medical conditions. They nodded in Carter's direction.
Since Zayne personally asked me for visitor clearance, I should give you 2 a proper tour.
Side by side, we follow Carter as he leads us to the reception desk in the center of the lobby.
I see the Fountain of Vitae finally caught your interest. All those phone calls over the past month weren't in vain. But I'm curious, what made you change your mind?
Carter stops in his tracks by the reception desk. He turns around, his signature smile returning with narrowed eyes.
You kept talking about humanity's future. I wanted to see if it would actually come to pass. Besides, nobody knows X-Heart better than me.
Carter's eye twitches after a long silence. He suddenly erupts into a fit of laughter and shadows the lobby's tranquility.
Good, good. You've convinced me. Everyone deserves a second chance at redemption. Remember, Zayne, I gave you this chance. And what about you, Miss Hunter?
When I received this question, I delivered my carefully prepared response. Since Zayne is joining the research project, I wanted to see what it's all about. Carter tilts his head, his gaze flits between Zayne and me before settling on Zayne. The amusement in his eyes is obvious.
I see. Even the strongest relationships need a solid foundation. I'll make sure you get a good position here.
All right. Okay. Yeah, Zayne, put me in a good position. If you know what I'm talking about. He turns around and shakes the brochure stand next to him. The neatly arranged brochure is scattered in disarray, and he pulls out 2 copies with a smile. He gives them to us.
The only downside to this place is that it's too by the book. But I guess that doesn't really affect you, Zayne.
It's about complicated medical cases. The thin booklet methodically categorizes various diseases that conventional medicine has yet to cure. It's like a university department. In the facility's patients are eager students with a thirst for knowledge. A commotion breaks out in the distance. I look up. It's a group of elegantly dressed visitors being led into a lobby by a receptionist. They're being guided upstairs for a tour. On the staircase leading to the 2nd floor, several patients in white hospital gowns are walking down the steps. I expected to see many high-profile figures in this place, but even then I never thought I'd see her. Karen, who's 43 years old, is a war correspondent. She won numerous prestigious... That name sounds familiar. She spent years reporting from the front lines, faced countless life-threatening situations, and has earned a large amount of respect in society. A year ago, she was attacked by a wanderer, got protocour syndrome, and rarely appeared in public since then. I met her a few times at Oxo Hospital. I heard she was also one of Zayne's patients.
Dr. Zayne, it's been a while.
Noticing us, she comes over to say hello. Zayne acknowledges her with a slight nod.
Ms. Karen?
Someone of her caliber choosing ever, that's probably the best endorsement they could ask for.
I heard that when she left Axo Hospital, she had less than 2 months to live. Her daughter had just learned to say mama when you handed her a death sentence.
Oh!
How cruel.
Dr. Carter, the patient in room A5...
Wait, is this the same... Is this the mom from the Zayne story way back when? Of the kid? No, that's a different kid. There's that kid in the hospital bed. Wait, was that Zayne's story? That was Zayne's story. That was a different kid. Wait, no, that was Caleb's story. Never mind, I'm mixing different. This is different. Wrong thing. Different kid. That was Caleb's. Carter gestures for us to wait a moment, then he takes a few steps to discuss something with the man at the front desk. Noticing my silence, Zayne stops in his tracks. Zayne was there? That's true, because, yeah, Caleb and Zayne, yeah. That's a good point. But it's nothing I just realized that ever seems to have a knack for exploiting human vulnerabilities by any means necessary. I thought that was the mom of the kid, but no, not the case. How else could they gather people from different backgrounds and beliefs and make them devoted to a single cause?
The key to obedience isn't promising heaven. It's using hell as a threat.
I think their parents died. Yeah, probably. If you're talking about the lady that was interviewed in the world underneath, I'm thinking about someone else, but...
After all, everyone fears illness.
It's not her anyways. Oh, who's this guy? Footsteps accompanied by a familiar voice approach from behind.
We meet again, Miss Hunter. Allow me to introduce myself.
Benedict.
I'm Benedict, the director of Val Sanatorium.
Interesting. You From what I remember, he had another identity. I met him at the place where the Alterum died. You're the detective who spoke to me that...
I'm honored you remembered me, Miss Hunter.
He smiles not with the embarrassment of someone whose identity has been exposed, but with the composure of a performer waiting for the audience's reaction to a grand reveal. Alarm bells ring in my mind, but he quickly shifts his placid gaze to Zayne.
It's been a while, Dr. Zayne. Welcome aboard.
Okay. All right. And then that's chapter 3 done? I think it is. Now I have 3 battles. That will take 2 seconds, probably. Maybe not. Actually, hold up. My team. Wait, go back. Wait, edit the team. By rarity, by level? Sure, do level. This is not the correct colors. Well, it kind of is, but it's good. It's fine. It's time, chapter 4. Shout out Corsair, like I said. ! Corsair in the chat. Use code Nightalize for 10% off if you'd like. On peripherals, use the code. Use the link as well if you want to get help me out. I get a little commission from it. But either way, just got to shout out Corsair because, you know, they're the ones who are providing the giveaway. For YouTube, I just gave away a Saber V2 Pro mouse that just came out. Not this one. This is carbon fiber, but so I just want to give a shout out real quick because I would feel bad to give that away and not bring it up. Either way, let's go. We're back in business, baby. Rebirth Cocoon. Come on. I got the Corsair headphones, the chair, the mouse, the Cyberpunk keyboard. I love the Cyberpunk keyboard, by the way. This thing is very nice. Okay, Benedict extends his hand as a friendly gesture. Zayne barely returns the handshake before quickly withdrawing.
Wait, you two know each other? Why didn't anyone tell me?
Dr. Zayne and I met at Mount Eternal. However, it was a brief encounter.
I remember. I didn't expect us to meet again here.
Locking in. When Benedict is introduced, I learned that he was once a distinguished doctor. He served as a mentor for a group of new recruits during the Battle of Mount Eternal. However, he withdrew from the position at the halfway point for personal reasons.
We're not officially open to the public yet, but this sanatorium has already become the preferred choice for many patients.
Okay.
As the director, I'm truly grateful that everyone has embraced the philosophy of the Fountain of Vitae.
Through the glass walls lining both sides of the corridor, the sanatorium's new patients can be seen. They're undergoing a physical examination. Each patient is accompanied by their assigned medical staff member. The checkups proceed quickly with virtually no waiting time. When you hear Rebirth Cocoon, what comes to your mind?
Metamorphosis.
Outside the ascending elevator, the stark whiteness gradually gives way to green. A vibrant garden appears before us, and suddenly everything clicks. When someone returns from death's door, and this is the first thing they see, a crescent-shaped corridor encircles a towering tree surrounded by emerald-like grass dotted with vibrant flowers. The area overlooks a circular azure lake. They feel like they've been given a second chance at life.
To be frank, we need Dr. Zayne's help to improve our experiment's success rate.
Okay. He speaks as if he's discussing statistics rather than matters of life and death. If there's room for improvement, shouldn't you inform your patients about this so-called success rate?
They're aware. The patients who've been given terminal diagnoses voluntarily agreed to participate in the experiment. It's a deal with mutual consent.
Okay.
Besides, who would choose to wait for death's certainty when given the chance to roll the dice of fate?
Interesting.
3rd floor.
As the elevator doors open, an unexpected gust makes me squint. Before me is an unfamiliar white corridor. It's empty and clean. The corridor is lined with separate rooms on both sides, and through their semi-transparent glass, I can see egg-shaped experimental pods. Here are the Rebirth Cocoons. Their mysterious nature has been revealed. Mounted on bases lined with energy circuits, they emit a gentle glow. Contrary to what we expected, Carter and Benedict seemed quite willing to show us everything. Yet what we see feels like a meticulously crafted exhibition for the visitors. The light bathes everything in soft, warm tones to create a sort of cocoon effect. Even the air filtration system can be adjusted to simulate different scents based on the mood. Okay, so what's going to happen at this point? Like, where are we going? Are we going to the point of, like, us killing Carter or something? Because obviously for Silas, it's like, we have, you know, what's his name that we kill. But, like, surely we're not gonna slime out Carter and the other dude. I guess we might. Just wait. I guess no one should tell me, obviously, but rhetorical question. A soft hum fills the air as fluorescent blue energy flows through the tubes and rapidly enters the chamber. The connected monitor displays the Rebirth cocoon's interior in real time. Inside, a young girl receiving treatment clutches her chest. She takes deep, labored breaths. Pain covers her already pale face as she breaks into a cold sweat. Her hands tremble and she soon starts convulsing. Seconds after the device activates, her breathing steadies at a remarkable rate. Her convulsions stop. As time passes, her breathing finally becomes regular. Exhausted, she closes her eyes and seemingly drifts into a deep, dreamless slumber. The video feed sparkles with light as text appears to indicate the treatment is complete. Benedict presses a button on the wall, and the treatment room's smart glass returns to its opaque, milky white state. No saying shit.
Dr. Zayne, these
Thank
should
you.
interest you the most. The treatment consists of 7 sessions. Patients show significant improvement in health indicators after each one.
He hands over a document that contains experimental data from several test subjects. Zayne's gaze lingers on the first page for half a second before turning to Carter, who's standing to the side with a self-satisfied look.
I won't be sugarcoating anything. Your experiment has failed to meet its objectives. You've lost control of the cellular mutation process.
Okay. You could have used a little bit of sugar. Zayne, the Rebirth cocoon is our most successful experimental product to date. Our ultimate goal is to achieve humanity's perfect form through genetic and cellular reconstruction.
Without a hint of emotion, Zayne glances at him, then he taps the data's success rate column with his knuckle.
These numbers are far from perfect.
Someone's using his expertise well.
As the creator of XArt, I can tell you that your so-called success merely uses the existing technology to temporarily delay the disease's progression. And if it fails, there's a likely chance that the patients will transform. Then they'll begin to turn into wanderers.
Every treatment carries risks. If we only relied on your safe methods, then...
Zayne closes the files and hands them back to Benedict. His expression remains calm throughout the exchange.
Of course. I understand you're challenging the impossible. That's why I decided to join. I enjoy challenging the impossible.
As they continue their thoughtful verbal sparring, my gaze is drawn to the curved floor-to-ceiling window beside us. Outside, patients in white hospital gowns walk across the verdant lawn. They create an unexpectedly peaceful scene. At the moment, my heart detects a strange energy. It pulls me forward. This feeling is just like before when I was in the ruins of the Gaia Research Center. I gently nudge Zayne. He understands and takes a step to converse with Benedict and Carter, and he successfully leads them away. After making sure no one's around, I slip into the descending elevator.
You're not allowed in there, miss.
I see.
You can't go there either. Miss? Visitors are restricted to the public areas on the first and second floors. We aim to respect our patients' privacy.
Okay. I turn to meet the receptionist's polite yet wary gaze and nod. All right, then, I'll head back. It was that way, right? I point to a spot in the distance. Confused, the receptionist turns to look, and I prepare to make my escape. But I'm yanked by the hem of my top. Faint energy I've sensed disappears. Okay. That's a quick chapter. Did it crash? Oh my god. My shit is struggling right now. Alright, Undercurrent. Next. Number two. In the hallway, the receptionist has finally noticed my disappearance and is looking everywhere for me. The sliding door closes. I turn around cautious, only to find myself face to face with someone familiar.
You're the young lady who accompanied Dr. Zayne.
Miss Karen?
Allow me to properly introduce myself. I'm Karen, a patient with protocore syndrome.
A A sliver of light from outside filters through the Venetian blinds. It illuminates her gentle features. She extends her hand, thin yet steady, toward me. I politely return her handshake.
I know you and Dr. Zayne are here to investigate the Fountain of Ate. Or rather, the Rebirth cocoon.
Karen a mommy, I bet. What?
However, the
What?
press conference for it is coming up, and you're not the only
She's like
ones
40
keeping
something,
an eye
bro.
on things.
I guess, you know, maybe. She's got like that pixie cut though, so who knows? She's giving who's that not the doctor. She has brown hair in Evangelion. She wears the lab coat all the time. I forget. Scope, maybe. Yeah. I mean, she is a mom. She's literally a mom. She has a kid? Well, yeah. He said exactly what I was thinking. Are you also undercover so you can gather information? She nods, but after a moment passes, she shakes her head.
Sort of. My original reason for coming here was simple. I wanted to live.
Shinji's mom? No. I don't remember. She has the beauty mark on her face. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter.
Isn't it strange? After all, I was a war correspondent
Maybe she doesn't have a pixie
who once
cut.
risked everything on the battlefield.
Or short hair. Maybe I'm misremembering someone else. I don't know.
Yet, after returning to civilian life, I'm afraid of death. I even believed in far-fetched promises.
When it comes to matters of life and death, I have no right to judge, although don't interfere with others' choices. And I also wondered if I were patient, would I pin my hopes on this experiment despite knowing full well how absurd it is. But I hesitate, unsure if I should reveal what I know.
You want to say that this experiment is turning people into monsters. Those things called the Alterum.
The Alterum.
I was there during the Battle of Mount Eternal. I saw people transform into monsters with my own eyes. Whether you're trying to stop it or investigate it, 2 people won't be enough to treat this as a simple matter.
She turns around and opens a drawer. She takes out a small, elegant notebook and hands it to me.
This may seem sudden, but I need your help. And I believe you might need mine as well. It'll be necessary to prevent this press conference from taking place.
But why would you... Questions flood my mind, but I can't find the right one to ask.
As it stands, I'm their most successful
I meant
test
Ritsuko, the
subject.
third leg in the triangle. Oh, yeah. Automod. It saw the third leg. That's not what you meant. I know what you meant. As it stands, I'm their most successful test subject. That's crazy. Automod picks up third leg, but you can just say fuck, and it doesn't pick that up? What? Bro, what? That shit don't make no sense.
That visitor just disappeared around here.
Fuck, yeah. Like, what? Automod should be picking that up.
Take this with you. When you get out, tell them you saw the patient in room A107 faint. You were just escorting me back to my room.
I understand. Thank you. Alright.
Miss, how did you end up here? Is there anything I can help you with?
Sounds like what's her name's voice actor from Persona. The patient in room A107 just collapsed. You should check in on her. While skeptical, the receptionist quickly summons doctors and nurses. The quick response suggests Karen's presence carries a special weight here. For my first visit to the sanatorium, uncovering these crucial leads is more than I could have hoped for. As for those secrets that lie deeper in the shroud of mystery and finding a way to stop Carter and Benedict's plans, that will take more time. I wonder how Zayne is doing. I should act like I don't know anything when I meet up with him. Pushing these thoughts aside, I carefully hide the notebook on my person before heading toward the main white building. As the tour is about to end, Carter is once again urgently called away by his assistant.
As the creator of Exhart, seeing your technology destroyed because of a momentary lapse in judgment. Do you feel regret or disbelief? I had imagined both reactions, yet I see neither on your face.
You must have been away from the operating room for too long, Mr. Benedict. You seem to have forgotten that showing emotions on one's face is the most ill-advisable thing a doctor can do.
Benedict smiles and chooses to ignore the sarcasm.
I'll be honest. I don't trust you, Dr. Zayne. But no one else has your outstanding qualifications and experience. It's precisely why I want to bring you on board, even when I know you don't agree with our philosophy.
Since you're being candid, Mr. Benedict, I'll also discard the pleasantries.
Benedict XAVIER is killing you, yes.
As I've said, I want to challenge the impossible. We each have something to gain, no? This collaboration could work.
Is challenging the impossible your only reason? Will you really let others handle your life's work? Don't you want to find out who created those Alterum?
You certainly enjoy speculating about others' feelings.
I just can't help but wonder, if your bold experiment back then was completed, would the results have been different? In any case, Miss Hunter will tell you about her impressions of the tour after she's done with her disappearing act.
The clamor from downstairs seeps through the window and causes subtle vibrations in the air. Calm as always, Zayne meets his gaze.
I look forward to our cooperation in the future.
Alright. Alright. Okay. That was a quick chapter again, damn. Thawing snow. Bro, when's the kindled? When's the kindled? Come on. It's gotta we got 6 more things. And just like that, our first tour comes to an end. After leaving the sanatorium, life with Zayne seems to have returned to normal. In 1 million years, alas. I'm excited, sorry. Barely finding a moment's rest, he rushes between Axel Hospital and the sanatorium. For the time being, Ever seems preoccupied with their grand vision with the Fountain of Atay. The leads related to the ether core have also gone cold. Meanwhile, protocore syndrome cases are multiplying at an incredible rate. Axel's hospital emergency room is constantly overwhelmed. Medical teams worldwide continue to test new treatments, but the results remain disappointingly ineffective. It's as if a deity somewhere in the cosmos and uncertain about the world's fate keeps listlessly rolling the dice again and again.
Aren't you supposed to save people's lives?
Oh my god, look who it is!
My wife is critically ill, and you're just letting her die.
Where's Dr. Zayne? Isn't he the leading expert on protocore syndrome? Why can't he see us first?
Doctor, my child was perfectly fine yesterday. Why did the condition worsen?
In the break room for the division of cardiac surgery, the doctors and nurses can finally get a few minutes of rest. Exhausted, they slump into their chairs.
We're humans, not gods.
Oh, look at his chin. What happened?
We want to take care of everyone,
oh, God.
too.
The model's all messed up.
In 3 days, Ever will officially unveil the Rebirth cocoon at their press conference. It is designed to treat protocore syndrome.
What?
We interviewed Ms. Karen, one of the first patients who underwent this treatment. She will appear at the press conference. We might be witnessing a medical revolution. Only time will tell.
Everyone remains silent as they watch through the transparent partition in the door. From the corridor, they observe Zayne's focused expression.
Isn't Dr. Zayne supposed to
Look at his
be on
chin,
leave?
dude. They messed up the skeleton.
Officially, maybe. I bet he's just busy with other projects.
Things just aren't the same without Dr. Zayne here. Seeing him around makes me feel at ease. It doesn't matter how exhausted I am.
Yvonne lets out a deep sigh and turns to open the storage cabinet. With practiced ease, she breaks 2 dietary glucose sticks to hand out her colleagues behind her.
Let's eat these and give it our all.
All right.
Doctor, if I get sick, will I turn into a monster?
No.
Really? Bill from the bed next to me said these crystals will eat us and turn us into big monsters.
Dr. Zayne, I'd like to
My
process
wife,
my child's
Yvonne?
discharge papers.
Hey, yo.
If you could...
Lexi's condition has shown improvement. I advise you not to transfer hospitals at this time.
Good night, God W.
But everyone's saying Ever has a new treatment. We really want to try it.
I'll watch the VOD, thank you. I know it is late. I've been streaming for a while. I'm going to stream for a while again tomorrow, but then I'll be gone Friday, and then Saturday we do a short stream, then I'm gone Sunday.
The pulmonary artery aneurysm has ruptured. There is insufficient blood volume for circulation.
Dr. Zayne, we can pronounce the time of death.
Okay.
Time of death, 2:23 a.m. Notify the family.
Using the wall to support himself, a teenager in a warm green hoodie staggers along. He stops to catch his breath after each step. Every organ feels twisted and turned inside out. His nerves scream from the agony and pain. They threaten to rob him of his strength to stand. His vision blurs as he collapses against the wall. His arms shake uncontrollably as he tries to brace himself. Something races beneath his skin.
I'm not a monster. I don't want to become a monster.
The violent urge surges through him once again as he stares at his hands. They're covered in sharp crystals. He's fighting against the impulse to plunge them into his own heart. Yet he can't bring himself to do it. Cold snowflakes fall into his body that's reached a fever pitch. A man's steady footsteps approach. He stands at the end of the road, his tall figure nearly blocking out all light from the street lamp. The teenager can still make him out, however.
You're the killer, or the doctor. We meet again.
This isn't a coincidence. I'm here specifically because of you.
Is that so? Am I...
What up, Chewie?
Turning into a monster?
He forces his eyes to close for a moment. Even his vision is starting to blur. The man clad in black slowly approaches him. The teen feels an unexpected sense of peace.
I knew.
The emo love of your life. Bro, the jacket he wears is so nice. That thing looks good on everything. Like, I have this. Basically the same thing. The black on black is such a cool fit. Like, the black jacket with the black pants, black shirt / sweater with the black boots. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just as something foreign bursts through his skin to strike at the man before him, the teen hears the crystalline sound of ice forming beside his ear.
It'll be
Try that on a
over
hot day?
soon.
No, I'm good.
The patient in room A103 is experiencing memory loss, continual emotional detachment, and exhibiting behavioral patterns that differ from usual. 3 days after entering the Rebirth cocoon, the boy from room A210 disappeared without a trace. The patient from room A379 experienced a violent episode while awaiting treatment. The Rebirth cocoon's performance has improved. I was chosen as the ideal test subject. They believe I'm the closest to success.
The notes Karen gave me consist almost entirely of observation reports on other test subjects. Her journalist's instincts made her distrust this research project from the start. She had already noticed that something was off about it. This is... A worn, creased photo slips out from between the notebook pages. Its edges reveal the countless times it's been handled. In the photo, Karen is holding a little girl who's no more than 3 years old. Both of them are smiling at the camera. Is that her daughter? I quickly understand why she wants to live despite her doubts about this project. Dawnbreaker is Zayne. Yeah, it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. The breaking dawn appears outside the window as the sky grows brighter. Perhaps it's just my imagination, but I think those black ice crystals on his arm are on his arm again. When I move closer to check, it seems I'm imagining things. If you would have lost your memory, what would the first thing you would watch? You know, if you would have lost your memories, what would be the first thing I would watch? One Piece. Zayne watches me without saying a word. Vinland Saga, that's a good pick too. I realized that I only came over last night to help feed Shichi, but I got so caught up in analyzing the clues that I accidentally fell asleep on the couch. One Piece? Mid, don't even. Sorry, I went over a little overboard when I made myself at home. A moment passes and a faint smile tugs at the corner of his lips. Replay Tears of the Kingdom? Good choice.
Is there a passcode in this house that you don't know?
Actually, yeah, probably. Me too. I clear my throat and hand him the notebook. I try to prevent us from getting sidetracked. In any case, I believe Karen is our best lead right now. Recently, Ever has made a public announcement about their best test subject who will make an appearance at the press conference. Unlike those big spenders and socialites, Karen has a positive, approachable image. She also has a good reputation in the eyes of the general public. They're trying to use her to build public support and convince more people to believe in their cause. By giving me these notes, she probably hopes I'll help her stop the press conference or even put an end to the project altogether. I'd relearn how to play Tekken? I feel like that's the one thing you wouldn't want to do. Is because, like, I know learning fighting games is hard, man. I would watch Avatar the last... I got to rewatch that show. I haven't watched that since I was a kid. Tekken's in my blood. I'm bad at it. Tekken's good, though. I know Tekken 8's in a rough spot right now, though. For a while, I've been talking to myself, and then he hugs me from behind. Zayne?
Yes. I'm listening.
His embrace is gentle, as if the slightest touch might shatter something fragile. Did something happen?
It's cold.
To think someone who's like the snow could feel chilly. I paused before turning around to embrace him. I'll stop talking about Ever. But if you're really tired, please make sure you rest properly. Will you do that for me? Alright. Alright. After the last ever in their peak. Did you guys watch the live action? I've heard it was not that great. But they have a season 2. So. What does that mean? Was it Dookie? Was it poop? There are less than 36 hours remaining until the press conference for the Fountain of Ate. Before returning to the sanatorium to stop it, Zayne and I quickly come up with a plan. I need to approach Miss Karen again to figure out a surefire way. Meanwhile, Zayne, who already has connected with the core researchers, will cover for me. Whether it's diseases, wanderers, or the Alterum, they all stem from humanity's instinctive fear of things beyond their control. It doesn't translate well. Hate watching gave it views. Well, yeah, probably. The parts for this chapter definitely a bit short. Yeah, they do. If we watch After the Last Airbender, it's even more heartbreaking watching through adult eyes. Yeah, Coco loves it. She likes that. She really likes Korra as well, which I know is like controversial, but she likes all of it. Good night, Hunter. Thanks for chilling. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'd like to rewatch it again. For sure. Maybe when the animated movie comes out next year or something. The deeper this fear takes root, the more likely people are to mistake absurdity for miracles. Cramming for the quiz? Yes. And when Ever appears as a savior, they will gain a congregation of devoted followers. Zayne, the energy source I detected, wasn't my imagination. I'm still not confident in utilizing the spatium core, but another visit might help us discover something new.
All right.
Coconuts Ball, core is better than people give it. Yeah, I know people don't like it, but I haven't seen it, so I don't have an opinion on it. But I'm sure it's not as bad as people say. Zayne nods. I was prepared for a lecture about not abusing my power, but he says nothing. Here, put it on. To ensure the mission runs smoothly, I borrowed cutting-edge equipment from the Association. The state-of-the-art invisible earpiece, modified by engineering prodigy Simone, is now bigger than a grain of rice. I also have a small energy firearm. It's capable of bypassing most detection systems currently in use. I place the earpiece in my ear and gesture for him to come closer. Zayne obliges and leans down. One cough to turn the mic on, 2 coughs to turn it off, and tap to adjust the volume.
Thank you.
Okay. A good 55% of the reasons because women? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. I'm not sure why you're being so polite, but As soon as the comms channel opens, deafening audio feedback blasts my eardrums. I clutch my ears in pain. I don't know who Bolin is. I don't know who this person is. Bolin? Oh, this guy? He's an earthbender. He looks okay. Oh, he's from Korra. That's why I don't know who he is. I stagger back, and just before Chi-Chi's mischievous attempt to trip me succeeds, Zayne catches me by the waist. You can't help but laugh. This is the first time in days that I've seen genuine joy in Zayne's expression. I frantically clamp my hand over his mouth. Wait until I adjust the volume before you speak. I can feel a smile widening beneath my fingers as I use my other hand to adjust the earpiece. Sound check. Zayne, say something.
You've never asked about the reason for why I picked that as my research topic back in medical school.
He remains close to me, his breath warm against my ear. It's almost like I can hear his heartbeat. The path of medicine is a noble pursuit, Dr. Zayne. You strive for academic excellence. You also want to find a meaningful purpose in life.
It's a good guess.
Back then, when you decided to destroy what could have been a world-changing discovery, you didn't hesitate?
Correct.
It's the kind of honor most people would cherish for a lifetime, yet he seems genuinely unbothered by it. Zayne must have chosen to stop the experiment because he foresaw the consequences of its potential misuse.
I had considered including your name in the acknowledgements of my paper.
Wait, chat, how long is RAFAYEL's main story for the new update? Apparently it's short. Like, shorter. It's like, what, 2.5 hours and change? Like, is it that a chapter and a half? Oh, it's damn, bro. That is short. Damn. Yeah, he got the Silas treatment. Bro, my two favorites got the shorter chapters? Ugh. That's fucked. Why? Why? That's so fucked. Raph is the second part, though? What? I have to go through Xavier's first? No! Well, nothing, no hate to Xavier, but... damn it. Xavier's doesn't wrap up till halfway through chapter... What the fuck? Xavier's was good? I imagine it's good. But, like, fuck, bro. Damn. Ugh. God. You only thought about it? You didn't actually do it?
It wouldn't have been right for our names to appear on the same piece of paper without your permission.
Damn, bro. That's fucked up. I'm still on Xavier. At least I like Xavier more than Zayne. This is long, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna fucking keep it 100, bro. Before I can process the meaning behind his words, a rustling sound suddenly comes from the window. A piece of bean-shaped ruby chocolate falls, clattering, it rolls to my feet. Honestly, Silas's was the perfect length. I don't need 3 chapters of fucking story, bro. Fuck. I look up to see that the last pack of chocolate snacks from the cabinet has been taken down and torn open on the floor. Chi-Chi lifts his face from the snack package, which is bigger than his head, and licks the chocolate residue off his nose. Wait, what did you eat? My body moves before my mind can catch up. I quickly pick up Chi-Chi and check the empty package. Perfect length? Yes. 1.5 is perfect for Raphael. You ate that chocolate? You animals aren't supposed to eat that. He's gonna die. Oh, we're done with that chapter? Damn, that was quick. We're getting there. 5, 6, 7. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 more to go. 4 more. Come on. You're calling about Raphael's? No, dude. As noon approaches, the car enters the sanatorium parking lot. Since Zayne holds an internal role here, he's been granted limited clearance to the facility. 6-7 hashtag Corsair true.
Safety first.
Sponsor this man. You too. He doesn't look back when he leaves, but he subtly raises his hand for a quick high five as our position shielded from view. Give me 67 gifted. With my BIOS signature concealed, the omnipresent security camera scan doesn't trigger anything. The red indicators blink before moving on. Dimitri might be crazy, but I have to admit the ID camouflage chip he gave me is really useful. The lush trees and flower beds scattered throughout the sanatorium provide the perfect cover. How's the story going? It's going. It's long. I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, it's cool. I like what's happening. It's just, it's a lot of fluff. Not going to lie. Dodging staff members in the courtyard, I make my way to room A107. From memory, that's where Karen is. The staff will change shifts at approximately 12 p.m. There's a small window of time. To be more specific, there's a small window of time where no one checks the rooms. Alright. My shoes scrape against the smooth wall as I wait for the staff to leave. Once they're gone, I slip in through the window. Karen's eyes widen slightly at my entrance, but she remains quiet. Sorry, with the press conference coming up, they tightened security. I could only use this method of visit.
I expected as much. You're clever for figuring out how to find the perfect moment.
I understood the message you sent when you gave me those notes. That's why I'm here. Are you really going to give up? If you take this chance, you might actually have a shot at making a full recovery. Karen shakes her head.
After surviving so many close calls on the battlefield, I'd say death has already been more than generous.
She reveals a peaceful smile and looks at the sunlight streaming through the window.
When I first entered the cocoon, I dreamed. And in that dream, I had made a full recovery. I got to watch my daughter grow up. I was there for every important moment of her life. At her wedding, I hugged her while crying. But the face reflected in her eyes was unmistakably that of a horrifying monster.
Her gaze dims. Outside the window, a butterfly drawn to the artificial flowers in the vase crashes against the glass again and again.
When I came to my senses, I realized I wasn't hugging her. My hands were around her throat.
Oh, shit.
I only wanted to hug her. So why did I make her cry?
Sensing my hesitation, she pulls the ivy line from the back of her hand.
My dear, have you heard of Zhuangzi's butterfly dream? I've always wondered who was really dreaming. Was it the butterfly, or Zhuangzi himself? If I can't tell who I am anymore, then the whole world has become my cocoon. The time I still have doesn't matter. I've made my decision.
What would you like me to do?
The press conference is scheduled for noon tomorrow, less than 24 hours from now. In an hour, they'll place me in the cocoon for my final examination. You need to locate the cocoon's power supply and cut it off completely.
So after finishing Xavier's portion, I do get why it was needed so long, but in that case, it should get us more than 4 chapters. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that, bro. Fuck. God damn it. So whenever I do get around to the Xavier and Raph story, I definitely will have to do it in 2 separate streams. I can't do it in 1 stream. It's just too much. Because Xavier's, I'm sure I'll like, but that's just long. That's just a lot, dude. The cocoon is connected directly to the test subject's consciousness. A sudden disconnection could lead to unpredictable effects on her already fragile body.
Don't worry about me. I'm prepared to
I'm sure
face the consequences.
if the premise is cool, then maybe it'll be a quick, 3 chapters, but
Finding a suitable test subject like me isn't easy. Trust me, this is the best way to stop them.
I'll find a way to get you out of here.
Even if you could carry me, my body wouldn't survive a strenuous escape.
I know she's right. Once the guard shift ends, they'll quickly discover their most important patient has disappeared. Every exit in the sanatorium will be sealed off by then.
If this is to be my final battleground, then you must help me. Please.
I understand. After leaving room A107, I moved quickly without any hesitation to stay out of sight.
Did you hear? Patient A379 suddenly lost control and became violent just now.
It's fine. Dr. Carter said that was normal.
Along the way, I quietly took down several orderlies and receptionists who spotted me. The sanatorium is massive and many areas are restricted. A blind search could last until nightfall and still be a failure. What I sensed that day, it must have been the cocoon's energy core. I take a deep breath and activate the spatium core's power once more. My vision ripples and expands like waves. A faint energy trail leads me forward like a gilding thread. My drifting consciousness slowly seeps through the sanatorium's public areas, the garden, and through each patient's room. If I can just find the energy control hub. Following the faint energy pulse, I find myself at the end of the corridor that connects the public area to the garden. There's a door almost seamlessly integrated into the wall. Without hesitating, I push it open. Ah, I'm tired. God. Bro. A large enclosed space gradually reveals itself. Behind this door lies an unexpectedly serene forest. Strange, there are no guards present, only an unsettling silence hangs in the air. I watch as it sounded any alarms, and there are no detectable signs of biology activity among the vegetation. The energy source's pool grows stronger as it tugs at the power flowing within me. It's as if I'm being guided in a specific direction. Past the forest's winding paths, an unexpectedly elegant but old building comes into view. That must be it. The energy readings are at their strongest there. Alright. Alright. Ah! I'm so close. 3 more. God, I hate that I'm counting down, but I am counting down. I should have done it in one go, but I just don't feel like streaming this tomorrow or when I come back next week. I want to play Batman. Batman! So this would be... I don't want to put this on the back burner even more. With Zayne's help these past few days, the cocoon's data and performance have shown improvement. Carter's in high spirits. He genuinely believes his junior has switched to the dark side. No, has fully seen the light.
I remember you were sitting right next to me when we talked for the first time. Do you want to join my research team? Before that, we all thought you were just some stuck-up child prodigy.
Dr. Noah used to say that one person can go fast, but a group can go far. Besides, your theoretical research was undeniably superior.
A look of surprise appears on Carter's face.
Back then, you were the youngest and quietest out of everyone. Who knew you'd be the most forward-thinking, boldest student in the lab? You went ahead and performed what we didn't dare to imagine. And you'd pose what we didn't dare to ask to the most distinguished of professors, until they were left speechless.
Walking and talking as they pass through the streamlined skywalk, the two soon arrive at the sanatorium's central platform. As dusk approaches, light filters through the hemispherical dome like delicate silk. It bathes the courtyard in soft, warm hues.
I understand that Ever wants to use tomorrow's press conference to improve the Fountain of Atay's credibility. But the Rebirth cocoon still needs to be further developed. It's not ready to be revealed to the public.
Why not? We've prepared the best testing equipment, and all the data will be presented to the public in the most accessible format. Besides, we already have a suitable candidate for a public demonstration.
He turns to Zayne and his voice becomes more eager.
Zayne, do you remember what I asked you the night Exart succeeded? I asked if you wanted to change the world with me.
Carter turns to survey the crowd in the garden below, his figure reminiscent of a smug creator gazing upon their creation.
We stand at the center of all our achievements. I assure you that success is within our grasp.
What exactly do you mean by success? Are you talking about unpredictable success rates? Or how quickly you dispose of your defective specimens when they fail?
The smile on Carter's face freezes, then it slowly disappears.
In the past, they were patients you fought desperately to save.
Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot how pathetically incompetent I used to be. Why is it that when I was a powerless doctor, the lives lost under my care were somehow forgivable? But when I strive to be a pioneer, you suddenly care about the injustice done to those who were already destined to die. When did you become such a coward, Zayne? That incident at Mount Eternal? Let me rephrase that. You've always been better at confronting death compared to me.
An uncontrollable impulse surges within him. Fortunately, a voice comes through with his earpiece and pulls him back to reality, saying, I found the location with the strongest energy signatures. Just in case, if you can get clearance from either Carter or Benedict. Zayne composes himself, discreetly tapping the area near his ear. As acknowledgement, he looks at Carter. Pressing a finger against his chest, Carter's icy stare lands on Zayne. His mocking tone from earlier vanishes.
The heart beating in my chest belongs to someone else. I can't live an insignificant life. Zayne, I understand the meaning of death far better than you do. If these sacrifices are necessary, then so be it. We're about to solve humanity's greatest dilemma, and you're still too young.
Oh, his thumbs are forcibly frozen to the wall. The surveillance cameras freeze just as they turn and their red indicators go dark.
You? Zayne.
Oh shit.
You dare to freeze me?
My god, my eyes.
The statute of limitations hasn't expired yet for your academic plagiarism.
Carter's briefly freed hand is sealed on ice once again, and his frantic struggling is frozen as an awkward, rigid pose.
You can't be serious. You're bringing this up now? The end justifies the means. Let me go!
It was a joke. But I need you to stay still for a while, Carter.
Are you planning to destroy the cocoon or cut off its power supply? The sanatorium has 6 independent operating systems. Pulling the plug won't be possible.
If this place allows someone with malicious intent like me to freely come and go, then that just shows how confident all of you are.
What are you actually trying to do?
Carter glares at him as Junior pauses thoughtfully before calmly shaking his head.
I won't tell you this time, Carter. I have a more trustworthy colleague to work with now.
You didn't come here alone this time. What's that girl up to? This is murder! You're taking away these patients' only chance at survival! Zayne, you ungrateful traitor! You might be smart, but you're weak and short-sighted! Security!
Another layer of ice appears to seal his mouth shut.
You said this place was perfect for heart-to-heart conversations, since no one would disturb us. I'm afraid you'll have to stay frozen for a while. Carter, you're not doing this to save lives, nor are you doing it to save humanity. Everything you've done is to merely fill the emptiness and soothe the fear you have when confronting death.
Zayne takes out a palm-sized access card from Carter's pocket. Zayne's gaze doesn't meet his, it lands on Carter's heart instead.
I doubt the heart's donor wants it beating in the chest of an executioner.
Oh, does he kill him? Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! God, my eyes, man. Shit. Oof. Jesus. Oh, here's the thing. It's coming up. A holographic display takes up half my field of vision. The green dot representing Zayne is moving toward my position. Not expecting much, I take a deep breath and place my hand on the door. To my surprise, it opens with a gentle push. Light streams through the glass dome and lands on the floor. It reveals an elegantly decorated reception hall. The space is completely empty. Only the sound of footsteps echoes to break the silence. Saying I've sent you the coordinates? That's where the energy core is.
Don't worry. I'm just...
As soon as my hand touches the railing for the staircase going up, the scene before me flickers and vanishes. The comms channel is dead. I put my hand away and take half a step back. I turn as colors fade. Like running water, they flow out from the ceiling, walls, and floor. They all melt into an endless expanse of pure white. It's like a white tomb.
I'm honored you decided to visit.
I hear a slightly amused voice behind me. I whirl around to find Benedict standing in the middle of the reception hall. I'm not sure when he appeared. While I'm startled, I need to look composed right now. You've done a good job preparing for the press conference, Mr. Benedict. It's going well without you. He touches the wall and white space suddenly dissipates. It returns to its original form, a reception hall.
Miss Hunter, you should have been the most successful test subject. It's a shame you weren't one of ours. After all, every experiment here exists for one purpose, to create beings just like you.
Oh, A gunshot explodes in the empty reception hall. I'm tired of hearing people talk about the same thing. Let's skip to the formalities and get to fighting. Just as the bullet approaches him, crystal shards suddenly burst from his arm to pulverize the projectile.
Oh, right. I forgot to mention something. I'm one of the cocoon's successful specimens.
Does everybody know MC? Yeah, I guess. You could have said that earlier. Quickly switch out to the regular bullets in my magazine for energy rounds designed to fight wanderers, and I shoot him. But Benedict seems to have anticipated this, and at his signal, several shadowy figures surge forth from the darkness. Several Alterum move with inhuman speed. Like savage beasts, they lunge toward me. You're calling for backup already? I guess you aren't really a successful specimen. Quickly stepping into the side and spinning, I dodge in the nick of time. The Alterum crash into one another. I don't plan on dragging this fight out. Zayne will be here soon. I activate the Spatium Core's sensing ability again. There's a faint energy signature coming from the top floor of the building. And then everything before my eyes becomes indistinguishable once again. As the light shifts and wavers, thick fog appears from out of nowhere. It rolls in and blurs even the faces of the Alterum.
Play with them for a while.
My senses stop working. My vision is plunged into an endless void. Overwhelming dizziness washes over me. Desperate, I try to stay conscious in spite of the vertigo, but my legs give out and I collapse onto the cold floor. I know I've reached my limit. Just before I lose consciousness, the sounds around me fade. In the void, I feel someone firmly grasp my wrist. The churning sensation of instability vanishes when I open my eyes.
Are you okay?
Uh-oh.
Where does it hurt?
Under the flickering light, I can barely make out Zayne's worried expression. Before I can say I'm fine, a searing pain erupts from my chest and flows through my entire body. I press my hand against my chest, but the physical pressure does nothing to ease the pain. Oh, it's lagging. Uh-oh.
Stop trying to sense it. You look pale.
I grab his hand, gritting my teeth. I tell Zayne everything that just happened.
After them! Where did they go?
Don't speak. Keep your breathing steady.
Uh-oh. Zayne quickly surveys our surroundings. He pulls my arm over his shoulder and helps me walk. It's not there. Go straight past that barrier. We pass through the wall. The Alterum are right behind us, but it seems they were fooled by the elusive hologram. Thankfully, this space hasn't been warped. Zayne pulls me into an empty room and slams the door. Ice covers it, but the Alterum has cornered us. They claw at the frost and create this sharp, grating sound. Everything in front of me blurs into patches of color. I try to grab Zayne's hand again, but my strength fails me. My hand weakly slides down his sleeve. Oh my god, here it is, finally. Yes, thank you.
Zayne?
Oh my god, she speaks. What the fuck?
Why am I tied up?
It's done.
What did you inject me with?
A suppressant. The energy in your heart has surpassed your tolerance threshold. This will ease the strain. Better now?
Zayne.
The suppressant won't last long. We need to leave now.
Fluctuations. It's metaflux.
Look out. Fire.
Oh! Go.
Oh, you're still here. How delightful.
Do we see his, like, model? Does he have a model? Benedict, or is it just a voice? Oh, shit. Does he actually shoot him?
Of course we would survive.
Oh, shit. Oh!
If you take another step, I can't guarantee you'll get out of this alive.
Oh, fuck.
Dr. Zayne, a hunter firearm can't kill a human, but a wanderer can.
Sideways like a kid. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Jump. Auto, thank you.
He underestimated us. Watch your heart. 30% of your evil should do. In your case,
that was cool.
The cure. Extreme measures.
Fuck him. Fuck him. That was kind of sick. That was kind of sick. That was kind of sick. I need to spin on it. Okay, let's chill, bro. What the? That's crazy, bro. Oh, I'm so okay. Let's calm down.
This might be a long night.
All right, let's do auto. Or no, probably not auto, because auto. No, never mind. Auto does not work on the.
Be ready for its next move.
Yeah, never mind. No.
Here it comes. Leave it to me.
I gotta actually like lock in.
It's your turn.
No problem.
It's dangerous. Come back.
Oh shit! What the hell?
You won't escape.
How did I break his shield?
This is a
Oh, there we go.
Self-declared successful specimen. That was fast. It's your turn. It was weak.
Beautiful.
Now's our chance.
Zayne.
Here it comes. Leave it to me. Is this what you wanted?
Perfect. Recovered already? How tiresome. I'll show you. It was just a scratch.
Ow! Ow!
Try to find
nice.
These endless illusions.
Okay.
Keep your distance, or else you'll get hurt. Seize this chance.
Zayne.
Here it comes. Leave it to me.
Choice again.
Bro, what? It's fine.
Keep your tempo.
Eat this.
Doesn't matter. We're good.
Victory is within reach. With our combined strength.
You picked the wrong one. Yeah.
I'll send it on a.
I forgot you.
It's final
Spamming.
journey. You won't escape. My turn.
Be ready for its next move. Make
Yeah, I
sure
think
to
I'll be
dodge
good though.
the attack.
And
With
almost
our
dead,
combined
right?
strength
Surely.
is weak. Now's
Yeah, there
our
we go.
chance. Keep your distance, or else you'll get hurt.
My turn. I'll deal the fatal
Beautiful.
blow. You won't escape.
Done.
Not even a challenge.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. Yes. 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 All right, the decision. Only 2 stars? Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. All right, here we go. Is this the final thing? After using up almost all my ammunition, the Wanderer finally crashes to the ground, but this isn't the end. Gotta get 3? No, I do not. The sound of regenerating flesh echoes throughout the building as the crystals on its body rapidly retract as if they're being devoured. In just a few seconds, the Wanderer has completely regenerated and takes on Benedict's appearance.
Wait for an opening first. Then we'll retreat. There's no point in continuing this fight.
Zayne is right. Benedict isn't our primary target right now. Just now, something about Zayne seemed off. The flash of black crystal, the killing intent, the cold indifference in his eyes, it all vanished in an instant. Maybe I imagined it. A strange unease rises in my chest, but there's no time to dwell on it. I fire my last bullet at Benedict as a grayish-white mist fills the reception hall. Here's another good example of my seamless coordination with Zayne.
Now's our chance. Go.
With the Alterum at our heels, I led Zayne toward the strongest energy signature I remember sensing in this building. Have you noticed how the Alterum aren't getting stronger? They're practically like living weapons. Could it be that after their consciousnesses are eroded, these failed test subjects are turned into tools that can be commanded? After taking down another Alterum that tried to attack us, I run toward a corner. The strongest energy signature was right behind the door. Huh? Where's the door?
Watch out.
Oh. As Frost immobilizes the guard who tried to ambush us, Zayne stands back to back with me. Both of us are on high alert. Part of the layout has changed again.
If this place is a projection, then changing the layout would be the quickest way to hide the energy core's location.
Ugh, this is annoying. I have to find the energy signatures again.
Remember to not let your energy overload your heart. I don't have any more stabilizing injections.
Speaking of which, where did you get the one you gave me?
Knowing how a certain Miss Hunter tends to overuse her evil, I came prepared.
When you restrained me earlier...
It was because you were too strong.
Interesting, okay. I place my hand on the wall, energy surges through my veins as my sensing ability is magnified. The location becomes clearer. I'm certain the energy core is being held on the top floor. Alright. I found it. Follow me. The last Alterum is knocked down to the area below. Only me and Zayne are on the top floor. At the end of the cold, white corridor stands a single door. It's as if our only option is to move forward. This is it. Zayne and I exchange a quick glance before swiping Carter's ID card against the scanner.
Welcome to the Energy Core Control Room, Dr. Carter.
Okay. Once the door to the control room closes, a layer of ice covers it. Thick cables run across the area, and they all converge on the central energy pillar that emits a luminescent blue light. It's being powered by a protocore. In all of its glory, this is Ever's crown jewel in the industry of protocore technology. If the energy pillar is destroyed, all ongoing experiments will immediately cease. In other words, Karen, who's currently undergoing an examination, will remain trapped in her cocoon. It could potentially cause irreversible damage to her body.
Are you worried she might regret her decision?
Maybe. Fuck it. Destroy it. I can't betray her trust in me, or rather, I believe in her choice. I remember the first time I held Karen's hand. It was thin, delicate, yet surprisingly strong. Zayne raises his hand and hurls a shard of ice toward the luminescent energy pillar at the center.
Zayne, wait!
Carter's voice rings out from overhead speakers as the surrounding glass walls instantly become transparent. I can see Carter has arrived. Catching his breath, he's standing in the reception hall where we were in earlier.
Zayne, leave this place. And don't you dare destroy that energy core! Do you remember how much time and effort we put into this?
Without a hint of emotion in his eyes, Zayne gives Carter a slight nod. Amid the chaos, Benedict calmly stands behind the crowd. He smiles as he raises his hand to his ear.
You dropped your facade sooner than I expected, Dr. Zayne. Is it because of your sense of duty as a doctor, or a resolve driven by guilt?
Believing that you can guide humanity's fate so you can control life and death is the epitome of arrogance.
Isn't thinking you have the right to stop any experiment that crosses the boundaries of life just as arrogant? This is what the people in our era want. And in just a few centuries, or maybe even a few decades, history will remember this moment.
My God.
You have no right to speak of such things.
Why don't we watch and see how the future unfolds? Even if you've stopped Ms. Karen's experiment and prevented the press conference today, you can't stop the tide of progress.
Alright, it's more or less the same rhetoric. Did everyone ever attend the same corporate seminar or something?
Yes. I have one more question I'd like to ask you, Dr. Zayne.
Static in the comms channel suddenly falls silent and cuts off Carter's angry shouts. All I can hear is Benedict's steady voice tinged with amusement alongside his breaths.
Back then, why did you choose to destroy something that could have shaken or even changed the
Oh my God, I
world?
gotta stand up, Chad. I've been sitting down for a while. Woo! He asked the exact same question that I did. A sense of unease stirs as I glance at Zayne, who's maintaining his unusual composure.
It couldn't be controlled. Any action beyond our control leads to unpredictable consequences.
God. Maybe it's because he uses evil too many times in quick succession. Delicate ice crystals are steadily creeping up Zayne's forearm.
Uncontrollable.
I need water. I
see.
ran out. It's okay. I'll get it after. Almost done.
Your rationality is an absolute, the very thing that drives you to eliminate any possibility of losing control. It affects the smallest things about yourself to the greatest matters of this world. That's why you killed William at Mount Eternal back then, yes? You really are capable of such cruelty. You struck down your mentor and friend who fought beside you. Even I would have hesitated.
Cut to the chase.
A long time passes before Zayne's voice breaks the silence. Although his tone remains calm, his ragged breathing gives him away.
You're here to atone for your mistake. That much is certain. But you also wish to uncover what you think is the truth. For example, surely there must be an explanation for why those Alterum look so much like everyone who died at Mount Eternal.
In the tense undercurrents of this moment, a harsh truth slowly surfaces.
I'll tell you. Those people at Mount Eternal were this experiment's first batch of failed specimens. Your companions, William, all your guilt and suffering, I'm the one who caused it.
Okay. His tone is almost nonchalant, yet every sentence is like a knife straight to the heart.
A discovery that could have shaken the world to its core, abandoned because of a moment of cowardice. You made their deaths as meaningless as those of the failed Alterum.
A wave of frost surges throughout the room. A bone-chilling cold creeps up from the floor. The windows, walls, and floors are sealed under thick layers of ice. They form intricate crystalline patterns. Zayne! With each breath, the veins on his neck throb as black ice crystals spread rapidly across his skin. It's like they're trying to devour every last bit of his life force. This isn't the Zayne I know. This is the merciless Grim Reaper who emerged from the depths of hell itself. Oh? Oh. Not done. We got another chapter? We got more? Last one? Do not speak William's name. Having completed their transformation into wanderers, the Alterum try to overwhelm us like a tidal wave. As soon as they get close, sharp icicles pierce their chests. The shards of ice then explode outward like a violent storm. More Alterum advance. They crush the fallen ice crystals beneath their feet as they crawl over corpses to reach us. All of the Alterum open and close their mouths in unison. They stutter and produce these unsettling sounds. No matter how hard he tries, Zayne can't make out what they're saying or see their faces clearly. The nightmare wraps around his body like a phantom. It coils behind him and whispers fate's curse into his ear.
Don't do it, Doctor!
Am I going to die?
Pay for this. I didn't sacrifice everything just to become someone ordinary and powerless.
One day, you will hurt her.
He clutches his chest and feels as if the icy wind stabbed him. He stares at the corner of the tent, fluttering the snowy gale with a distant otherworldly gaze. William, who had just finished the surgery, pauses in surprise, and he smiles and holds out his hand toward him.
Nightmare? If you can't sleep, then we can go for a walk.
Everything that just happened, it seems to have been a dream. He stares at his fingers, the blood, the girl's shocked expression. It was all just a dream. It was just a dream.
It's unfortunate we couldn't save the patient today. Don't be too hard on yourself. Back when I was doing research, failure meant you could always try again. But as a doctor, lives will only give you one chance. You know, I had these exact same feelings during my first mission as a military doctor.
The Polar Night hasn't disappeared. The Polar Night hasn't disappeared. The dark blue sky appears to be almost within reach. This desolate land covered in a blanket of snow is always magnificent.
It took me a long time to realize that what we have to face isn't just the loss of a life and death itself. The way they look at you in their final moments, it's always the same. Time and time again. You'll have to see their fear and desperation when they're about to die.
William is deep in thought, then as if remembering something, he turns to Zayne and smiles.
By the way, did you hear my final plea when you killed me?
He stares blankly at William's distorted face, and in the very next second, the ice shards have already pierced his chest. Once again, he sinks into the dark abyss of his consciousness. Just had to passively aggressively park my car behind someone who's in my designated parking spot. Dude, that sucks. I hate... Dude, the shit like that is so annoying. Yeah. Damn. Well, fuck that person. There are more of them. They're actually using the Alterum as weapons. I roll and find an opening in the wall of Alterum that's protecting Benedict. I aim my gun at him. But before I can pull the trigger, brilliant ice flies towards Benedict. Benedict smiles. He crushes the ice shard embedded in his chest.
You're different from the man I was talking to earlier. I must say, you're skilled at saving and taking lives, Dr. Zayne.
With a slight gesture of his hand, the Alterum freeze in place like marionettes. They withdraw like receding water as if they received a silent command.
I hope you'll find your true path after our candid discussion.
Well, they're not leaving until they knock on my door. That's funny. That's crazy. You know what? Hey, man. Soon enough, only the two of us remain in the vast, cold control room. Ignoring everything else, I rush past the dissipating ice crystals to Zayne and cradle his face in my hands. Zayne, look at me. Listen to me. No matter who Benedict is, I'll always keep a bullet just for him, starting today. Zayne's labored breathing shows how intense the pain is. The black ice crystals emerge from his neck and continue to spread. His ice-cold fingers are slowly slipping away from my palm. You need to wake up from this nightmare right now. These hands that saved countless lives should never be stained with the pain and guilt that don't belong to them, especially not because of scum like Benedict. Zayne, you gotta... These few seconds feel like centuries, and then he finally raises his head to look at me. He slowly tenses, and I see myself reflected in his icy gaze. Zayne? Oh? Pain answers me instead. My consciousness shatters as I drift. Bro, what? Before everything fades, distant memories regroup and flood my mind. Huh? The ground is littered with remains of the Wanderers. They're slowly dissipating. Meanwhile, searing pain burns my chest. Struggling to push myself up, I see my bloodstained hands are small and thin. Did this happen when I was little? While up dazed, his face merges with Zayne's present-day appearance. They, from my former memories and reality, approach me step by step.
Your existence is a mistake. You must be eliminated.
It is as if the black frost has covered his eyes, having materialized in his raised hands. Sharp ice crystals hurl themselves at me. The next day, the pristine sanatorium stands tall, immaculate, and serene. It's been restored to the point where yesterday's attack might have never happened at all.
Wherever and whenever you need us, we will provide you with healthcare services of the highest quality.
What? In the courtyard, a gentle breeze caresses the grass, kissed by early morning light. A cocoon hangs on a delicate, swaying flower stem. The faint sounds of struggle can be heard from within. Light reveals the outline of tightly folded wings behind its translucent walls. Moist and tender, it breaks free from its cocoon. In its refreshing air of rebirth, those wings slowly take to the skies. What? What, there's more? Fucking shit. Holy shit. Is this the last one, bro? Oh god, it's so long. Pause. My heart constricts as a sharp pain courses through every fiber of my being. My consciousness sinks into a blurry darkness, footsteps that are close by distant as if they're muffled under a glacier. This is the last one? Thank god. I'm sorry, I'm just tired. I'm so tired, but I got too deep where I couldn't pause. Zayne, is that you? He stops in his tracks as if he heard me. He doesn't take the candy or freeze the melting popsicle I offer him.
Stay away from me! I'm sorry.
Hey, this is where Caleb's house is. Or our house was, with Caleb. A box sits on the doorstep. Wisps of cold air drift inside it. Inside the box lie 3 misshapen snowballs, remnants from when Zayne was still learning how to use his evil as a kid. Really? Zayne knows I got hit with ice when watching the seals, and now he made snowballs to tease me. I heard footsteps. Did he already leave? I don't see anyone nearby. As if I hold the box close, an inexplicable sense of loss washes over me. I want to say his name, but something catches in my throat. It silences my voice. Zayne. I just worked a whole shift. I managed to finally call his name, yet when I open my eyes, I find myself staring at the dimly lit ceiling. As my foggy consciousness slowly clears, I realize I'm laying down in a room at Axel Hospital.
Due to Miss Karen's poor health, Ever's press conference for today has been canceled.
'Due to Miss Karen's poor health, Ever's press conference for today has been canceled.
Mr. Benedict, the director of Val Sanatorium, stated that the patient's well-being takes precedence over the event.
A hand waves before me. Its owner's lips move as they say something I can't make out.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Looking down, I see my wounds have been bandaged and the pain has mostly subsided. I sit up and take Yvonne's hand. Where's Zayne?
You're awake. Thank goodness you're okay. You had cardiac energy overload and some minor injuries when Dr. Zayne brought you in.
First time we cried to this game? Damn, I haven't cried to the game yet. I don't know if I will. It's just like, I need voice acting to cry. Like, reading stuff really doesn't do it for me. So.
We asked him what happened, but he wouldn't say anything. He stayed in this room until your vital signs stabilized.
As she speaks, Yvonne leans in. Her expression becomes more serious.
I heard from Grayson that Dr. Zayne went to the director's office to submit his resignation letter.
What?
There was a loud commotion in the office. I've never seen the director that angry.
Tears from here got me missed. Yeah, kind of.
He didn't approve it and gave Dr. Zayne an extended leave. Then he told him to go home and think things through. He wouldn't say another word about it. Dr. Zayne didn't hesitate at all. But before he left the hospital, he asked us to take good care of you.
I try to force myself to smile, but I can't. Only one thought is in my mind. His boss said, Zayne, you will not be jobless. How you doing, Samara?
Oh no. Please, be careful.
I'm sorry. We haven't seen him.
Sorry, we haven't seen anyone who matches your description.
Dr. Zayne. A few days ago, he said he'd be traveling to remote... Oh, you must be that young lady. This is our new menu item for today. Would you like it to go?
He's straight up trying to... Oh, he did? I didn't even realize. Sorry. Falling asleep. Zayne's home, his favorite dessert place, the cafe near Axel Hospital. I visited every place I could think of, but there was no trace of him anywhere. Oh, shit. That's crazy. Late into the night, I enter the passcode to his house again. I'm clinging on to one final hope. Like, this is good. And I wish I was more, like, into it. Like, I am. But, like, it just... It really could have been, like, 4 chapters shorter, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the stuff that's hits during this hits. Like, the Kindled was good, and then, like, the stuff with, like, Benedict and all that. But there's just a lot in between that I just don't give a shit about. Like, it's like, it's just... Which is fine. Not everything can be good, right? Like, not every single chapter is going to be a hit. You know, that's just how shit works, but damn. The room is shrouded in darkness, snowflakes drifting through the gaps of the floor to ceiling windows. The fluff, yeah, I don't really care for the fluff. Like, I like fluff with, like, Raphael and, like, Silas, but, like, it just doesn't do it for me.
Please try again later.
You know, Zayne's just not my top 3, so it's just, you know, this is how it is. Naturally, you know. But if I was a Zayne fan, I'm probably busting right now. You know what I mean? Memories that are no longer dormant slowly flood my mind again. I've seen those black ice crystals and that pain look on his face before. Who's my third? It's probably like Silas, Raphael, or Raphael, Silas, and then it's really a toss-up between the other 3. I don't know. Raphael and Silas are like the 2 that I usually always care about. The other 3, it's hit or miss for a lot of them. I'd have to say Caleb just from his main story stuff, but Caleb has a lot less hits, though, when it comes to his cards, I think, for me personally. He's a bit goofy, but when he's not goofy, he's got aura. So I can't put him at like a solid 3 because XAVIER also has good moments, but... In my childhood memories, Zayne moved away while carrying a heavy unspoken guilt. This bad habit of disappearing has existed even back then. I heard a faint whimper in the cold. I raised my head and rubbed my stinging eyes to see Shichi. It's you. As if he understands me, Shichi leaps onto the sofa and gently places his paw on my knee. I like him goofy, eh? Hey, man. We got the Goofy movie for you. I feel like I've tried everything, but I still can't find him. I hold Chi-Chi close, my trembling voice barely above a whisper. I didn't realize it cracked until now. Please, can you help me one more time? Take me to him. Time passes, then Chi-Chi obediently jumps down, sniffs on the blanket on the sofa that carries Zayne's scent, and runs toward the half-open door. Aw. She was sad. In the darkest hour of the night, it's snowing again. Large snowflakes dance around the glowing streetlights. They settle on rooftops, streets, passing cars, and the shoulders of pedestrians. After running for a long time, Chi-Chi stops in front of a pitch-black fence. He circles it a few times before signaling me to follow him. Where am I? The streetlight illuminates the faded writing on a sign. This is a public cemetery in Lincoln City. It's also the final resting place for those who have no place to call home. Chi-Chi quickly vanishes into darkness. I steel myself before running after him. As soon as I see that familiar figure, my heart leaps violently in my chest. Zayne! He stands in the snowy night, his coat billowing between black tombstones. He's like a ghost who has nowhere to go. I understand why he left the moment I see the names on the tombstones. He chose to imprison himself in this nightmare. He wants to atone, to seek redemption for the monsters he killed. I hurry to his side, but when I try to call out his name, it gets stuck in my throat.
Why are you here?
Questions overwhelm my mind, but I don't know what to ask about first. Every time I see this cemetery, I get war flashbacks. You choose to disappear without a word? You didn't even give me an explanation.
These graves belong to the people who died by my hand. I don't believe their deaths were unjustified. Do you think I'm here because of guilt? I'm not standing in front of them for repentance, let alone the atonement you're imagining.
When you almost raised your hand against me based on your judgment, did that mean I was also someone who needed to be killed? Remykins, those emotes are great. The emotions. He doesn't evade the question, he nods without any hesitation. So this is why you submitted your resignation later to Axo Hospital. You haven't even healed my heart yet, and you're going to leave just like that. You told me not to change doctors on a whim, but can doctors abandon their patients whenever they want? Good thing you're reading because of my vision. It's okay, Chad. Get the tissues. It's all right. A complex feeling crawls up from my throat to my tongue as emotions bubble up like boiling water.
I first met you when I came to Axo Hospital. I was 12 at the time. Dr. Noah was a close friend of your grandmother, and I was told to look after you. You were afraid of me back then, until I used my power to keep your popsicle from melting.
Okay.
When things finally settled down after the Chrono Rift catastrophe, my parents asked if I wanted to move somewhere else. I hesitated for a long time. I was worried I wouldn't be able to see you anymore. But then that incident happened, and I actually hurt you. You were unconscious and bleeding heavily. When I realized what happened, I couldn't understand why I did it.
He closes his eyes for a moment. When he opens them, his expression is serene as the calm after a snowstorm. It's like he finally woke up from a year-long nightmare only to discover that the nightmare has become reality.
That was when I realized I could lose control of my power. And not being in control can lead to irreversible consequences.
Gotcha. Is that also why he, like, when he speaks, he has, like, way less emotion compared to a lot of people?
It's why I chose to leave without saying goodbye.
Because he tries to suppress. I know that's just his voice, but like I've always felt like Zayne is like way more monotone when he talks. The truth pierces my heart like needles. Words are stuck in my throat.
Perhaps I chose cardiac surgery.
This is also Astra's curse. Oh.
Because I wanted to heal your heart. Or maybe I wanted to make amends for what I did back then.
He keeps his gaze lowered and his voice is as soft as melting snowflakes.
But I didn't hesitate when I chose the field of medicine. When I first recited the Hippocratic Oath, I truly believed I would become a good doctor. I believed I would save many people, including the one I had hurt before.
It doesn't seem like he noticed my obvious shock. Zayne just gazes calmly at the weathered gravestones.
Until that night on Mount Eternal, when I killed William.
We didn't have a better choice at the time. Once again, he lowers his emotionally detached gaze.
Do you really think a killer can be a doctor who saves lives? If something like this happens again, you might regret the fact that you tried to keep me close.
Are you saying your nightmares are destined to become reality? Will they turn into a monster that needs to be killed one day? I didn't expect him to answer, yet he shakes his head.
I don't know.
So are you avoiding me now because of logical reasoning? What about your feelings? If you're going by pure logic, then now is not the time. Now is the time. Do it, Zayne. Are you afraid, or is this something you don't want to do? Looking at his calm, aloof expression, I find myself beyond the point of rationality. Whatever you do today, I won't have any regrets.
But I would.
Snowflakes land on my eyelashes. They turn his figure into prismatic fragments that are like ripples in the darkness.
I'm certain that if I were to truly hurt you one day, it would be the greatest regret of my life.
The snowflakes fall as if they're floating through the cosmos. They land on us in the gravestones. We stand in silence, neither of us exchanges a single word. After that day, rumors related to the Alterum and Dawnbreaker fade away like melting snow. These pure white specks were but fleeting visitors. The city awakens in daylight, and once again it's immersed in its bizarre flood of information. The spatium core's energy remains concentrated in my chest. It's like a seed that's merged with my flesh. It faintly echoes with my heartbeat. I know these ether cores connect my past to my future. They're linked to the secrets hidden in deep space. Yet I wonder what fate awaits the Alterum, Zayne, and me. Ever won't give up on the fountain of Vitae that they've carefully cultivated. They'll continue to weave their dreams of immortality, but they are right about one thing. The cycle of life and death is an inescapable truth. The constraints of matter break down, and the shackles of time and space gradually dissolve. Countless civilizations rise and fall among the stars because of the laws that guide entropy and dissipation. Earth's magnificent radiance will eventually fade. Humanity's long, undisturbed period of exile will also come to an end. I wouldn't understand that until much, much later. The Creator had planted foreshadowings in an era predating life itself. Damn. So, that's it? We're just, like, gone. He just doesn't fuck with us right now. Sad skeleton. And just like that, he's gone. Damn. So he dumped us. So I guess then, like, wait, that's crazy. So Ever and like Benedict are still chilling, but then we get fucking
Destruction's tide has arrived.
Dumped?
These waters will be your final. The tide's judgment
shall descend here and now.
That's crazy.
Fatal blow. RAFAYEL.
Yeah, I hear you.
Dude.
Good job.
Like,
go back to the pit.
That's a cool way to end it off.
Let's see what trick it has on its
Auto, yeah.
The tide is rising. The tide's judgment
shall descend here and now.
That's a crazy way to end it off. Especially
Yeah, I hear you.
after like basically the like every main story update since this time has been like happy.
The tide's judgment
shall descend here and now.
You know.
This is all too easy.
Here they said I'm a head out. Yeah, he did. Damn, dude. Yeah, the ending was good. Like, what happens is actually pretty good. It's just, it's like 5 chapters too long. It's like what? Zayne, it's probably like 20 chapters total, right? 3, 6, 9, 10, then the 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. And then the 2 for Zayne, pretty much. There's 21 chapters. Well, 21, sorry, 21 like parts. It could have been like 14 parts. It could have been 2 normal chapter length or even shorter. I think it was a bit too long. It was good. Like, in hindsight, everything that happened, it was cool once it's like kind of all wrapped itself up. But I got bored a lot in between. It's probably because I'm tired as well. But like, damn, dude. I just wanted to see what happens. Not like, I wasn't just being like, oh, I just want to see the Kindled, you know, because the Kindled is cool. But, I just wish it kind of cut to the chase a bit quicker. However, I can see why people really enjoy it. Especially because the way it ends is like, damn, this shit's good. So, like, that kind of, that kind of makes everything that happened, like, worth it, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Zayne means we're not. I was gonna say that shit's crazy. No, that's good though. The tide's judgment. Like, dude, even I was saying, I feel like the news story is more concise. Oh, that's good. I was even saying while we were, dude, literally like 2 hours ago, I was like, yo, with upcoming myths and like story stuff, they gotta change it up. I literally said they have to change up the main story, or not change up the main story, but like myths and like how they do things, because they're just rehashing themes. And I was like, and wow, look at that. Right after I say that, they end this off with that, which is cool. So I'll eat my words of what I said, which is fine. But nice, man. Every Zayne I know crashed out after that. How long are you going to leave me hanging with the Zayne stuff here? They're going to probably leave you hanging for a year, bro. I'll keep it a fucking 1,000. The myth... Oh, Zayne's myth after this? That's crazy. The Zayne myth is gas. Yeah, the... Whatever it's called. That shit was fire. Don't forget the challenge battle? Yeah, I'm too low level, I think. Or, no, I'm not too low level. I don't have the right colors on. By rarity, I guess? Auto-equip? No. By level? By default? Damn. That's it? Are you serious? They're not leveled up more? Bro, what are we doing? Can I just pick, like, RAFAYEL colors and just say fuck it? Fuck it. Sure, it works. It's whatever. I recommend viewing the time lock key events. Oh, yeah, true. Well, I did kind of watch them when they were out, but I won't do that tonight. The colors don't matter that much? Whenever you want to do that, of course. Yeah. Hope you get the cards you want. Thank you. Well, there we go. There it is. Finally, long-awaited Death Rebirth finally done. I don't know when I'm going to do RAFAYEL and XAVIER's story. Not going to lie. Don't really feel like doing it right now. I don't know when it's going to happen. Not super long, but not next week. Because I really want to play the Batman games. So, but it will happen. Eventually. It won't take like 6 months, but it will probably be at least a couple weeks. So, hey. In the end, it was cool. I really liked it. It was good.